and whatever. I wouldn't say that because even me, I do not even believe in, all those pastors, miracles, because like most of them are arranged, which we all know. But to me, I would say God exists due to my personal encounter with Him. Okay. Okay, because I'm a kind of person that I'm gifted. Let's say for instance, I want to go out. Maybe I want to go out somewhere, and I will just sleep. I will sleep, and God will speak to me in my dream. If God wouldn't want me to go out, yeah, I will just sleep, and I will just hear some message in my dream that, okay, don't go out, blah blah blah, this day, and I won't. And another example is if if I need something and I say to God, please God, I want to have this thing within this time and this time. It won't pass, and God will do it for me. So something is answering my prayer. Someone is somewhere answering those prayers. You understand? So, and again, there's something that happened to me, and I want to share that with you as well. It's so when I was young, there was something that happened. I was staying with. So what happened that day was I was with my mom. I was in my mom's shop, and armed robber came. To the area when our shop was that time, and I was around the premises. So the armed robber came. So I don't know where to hide. I was just somewhere. So they started shooting. I was like, oh, okay, where am I going to hide? I don't have anywhere to hide. And they were very close to where I was. So I entered into the shop. I couldn't. I entered into the shop. So when I couldn't even find the key, like the padlock, to lock the door, because they were very close to me. They were shooting. They were shooting. They were just shooting everywhere. This time they were not even shooting. In the sky. They were just shooting, facing everyone. So I entered into the shop. I looked for the padlock. I couldn't find anything. I was like, oh God, am I going to die today? Today I'm going to die. Okay, what I did was I entered into the shop. I used my finger. I put my finger where the padlock supposed to be, because I couldn't find anything because of the tension and everything that was in my body. So I couldn't even. So I used one of my finger to hold the door to myself, and because my mom could hear that something was happening around that area, so she was calling me. And that time when she was calling me, everywhere everywhere was just silent. No, nobody was moving, nothing was, but the sound of my phone attracted the armed robber. So they were coming to my shop because they could hear the noise of the phone, when the phone was ringing. So they could hear. So they were coming. And I could hear them that, who was that person? Who was that person? Whose phone was that? Hey God, I was like, today I'm going to die. Today I'm going to die. So they were coming. I could hear their footstep towards my place. So all of it, I was shaking already. I wanted to leave the door for them to come in and just, if God, I said, God,
Just narrow it down for us, please. Just narrow down the story for us.
Okay, so let me just Okay, let me just make it short. So when they came, when they were coming, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, they diverted to another shop very close to me, and they went there. They were like, "Oh, where's the phone ringing? Where was the phone that was ringing? This and that." Well, I was able. They didn't come into that my shop because something stopped them from coming in, which is my God. You understand? Because I was there praying to God, please, God, I don't want to die. I don't want these people to come in and kill me here. So that's why I said earlier that believing in God is due to your personal experience, personal encounter with Him. I don't want to know about the pastors, the miracles, said, whatever, testimonies in church. I don't even believe in pastors like that. But to me, due to my personal encounter with Him, I could say to you, God exists.
Okay, right. Okay. Before I ask you any questions, guys, I want you all to understand. Oh, you're starting your engine in our ears. Relax, my God. Anyway, before I ask her any questions, let me see if I can do just a quick overview of what she said. So this lady here believes in God because of her personal experiences with this God. And so there are about 7-8 billion people on planet Earth, right? But God comes down, penetrates her dream to go and speak to her.
Yes.
Never mind all the other people on planet Earth. He goes looking for Mary while she's asleep, right? Sneaks into her dream and starts speaking. I don't know what the God speaks.
And no, you can't say God, God sneaks into my dream. It happens to, some other people, not
yes.
only
I'm talking
me.
about you now. About you.
Okay.
And then secondly, she's about to be robbed, right? But her God, He allows all these things that happened before, right? These terrifying things that happened. She's afraid, is she gonna die, and all of this and that. God comes and helps to move armed robbers away to the other side. Right?
Yes.
God directs them somewhere else. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. You are.
Can you tell us why are you so special to this God?
I am.
Why? How?
I'm special, but I don't know.
What are you doing for God?
That's why I said.
What are you doing? What are you doing for God that makes you so special? Wait now. What are you doing for this God that makes you so special?
Do you know something? Yeah.
No, I don't know. I want to know why and how you are so special that God will find time in His day, come down from His chair, throne, or whatever.
Okay.
Come down to this.
Let me tell you something.
Into your dream to come and speak to you.
Okay, let me tell you something. Yeah,
he will come and push.
Oh, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question, Mama.
He come and push armed robbers away from your shop.
Let me answer your question. See, it's like this God. Yeah, it's not when it's due to how the kind of person, because God has favorites.
Oh, goodness.
It depends on how you serve Him. If you don't serve Him, if you don't know anything about Him, yeah, it's going to be far from you.
Listen, case closed.
No, you can't say case closed.
It is case closed. Any God that chooses favorites.
No, it has His own favorite. You can't say
I accept that.
If you far away from God. Let me just make this point, please.
I accept what you are saying.
Let me just
hold on.
Okay.
I accept what you are saying, but a God that chooses favorites,
Mm.
that's not a very nice God.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you
That's
something.
not a very nice God.
Let me
And I
tell you
wonder
something.
what
Okay, let's.
you are
Okay, you
doing
now.
with that God. So you are one of his favorites, huh?
Let me. Yes, and I'm lucky to be one of his favorites. Okay, so that's why I said to you the other time that I have my, personal experiences with him. So I don't know. So when you choose to be far away from God, so hello, 1 second, please.
Mary,
excuse me, excuse me, please.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
If you choose to be far away from God, He's going to be far away from you.
How can you be far away from a God?
If you choose not to know Him,
Mary, no.
If you choose not to know Him,
Mary,
He won't know you either.
Mary, you cannot be far away from a God that you can't see. You cannot be far away from a God that you cannot.
Please, can I ask you a question?
Auntie, please let me finish. Please, just give me a minute. I have to mute you. So, you said if you are far away from God, He'll be far away from you, right? So, if I'm sat here, how am I supposed to know that I'm far away from Him? In fact, Mary, this your God. Everybody is far away from Him. If He lives up in the skies, above the skies, they said He's in the 7th heaven or the 3rd heaven, we are all far away from Him. So how can you say that if you're far away from Him, He'll be far away from you? What kind of God is that? Just looking at humans.
Mary.
Who is near me today so I can be near them? Who is far from me so I can be far from them? Everybody's far from Him. We don't know where the God lives. We don't know where He is. So how can anybody be close to this God? How? And yeah, that's a good point you've made there. You thought, Nicholas says, I thought her God is omnipotent. How can you, if He's omnipotent, how can you then be far away from Him? Guys, give me a minute. My son is ringing. Just give me a minute. You guys can carry on talking.
Hello?
Mary should continue. Mary, you can continue.
Mary, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Hearing you. We are hearing you. Mary, can't you unmute yourself? Unmute yourself now. You can unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go on with what you are saying.
Okay, so I was telling her that I said God has His own favorite. It depends on how you're close to Him. If you're not close to Him, it won't be close to you as well. That's why it works. You can't say you're this you don't know about God, you're this, you're opposing Him all the time, and you expect Him to be close to you. You expect Him to know you, to be close to you. It doesn't happen that way.
Okay.
That's why I said earlier, yeah. I said I have personal experiences with Him.
Sister Mary,
which I said that is why I believe in Him. I don't care what other people say.
Sister Mary.
So it depends. I'm not saying. Sorry, just 1 second, please. I'm not saying like what the pastors are doing, the miracles, or the testimonies they're saying in churches or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying my own personal experience with Him. That's why I said I believe. See, sorry, please. Let me just say this.
Mary, can I ask you these personal experiences? How do you know that you're having personal experiences with God?
I know because
how
the experiences I'm having. Yeah, let me just answer your question. All the things I'm talking about, yeah, all the experience I'm having, they are all good. Because let's say, for instance, if I'm about to do something, maybe God doesn't want me to travel. Maybe the place is going to be, let's say, that place is not good for me. God will tell me, or maybe I had a dream concerning someone, and if God said to me, okay, this is the remedy, this is what you're going to do for the dream not to come to pass.
Can I make my point?
And I will
say
tell the
something real quick?
person, and sorry, and I will tell the person, okay, this is a solution you have to do so that this thing will not happen to you, and the person will do it, and the thing will not happen. So what do you? So who does that?
No.
Okay, Mary, can I say something
my
real
question?
quick?
My question was, how do you know it is God? You just said.
Yeah, that's what I said. I know it's God.
But how?
Mary,
How
okay,
do you know?
Mary, listen to this. I agree with you on that it was God. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
You're a bit low.
Is it better?
Yeah, go on.
Mary.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hey, Queen, how are you, beautiful? Go on.
Go on, I can hear you.
Go on.
Nzube, go on now.
Oh, it's Nzube.
Mary, the question the host ask you, how do you know that is God?
What are you saying? When would I know it's God?
There are many spirits according to and that can talk to you.
So, okay, let me just ask you, this person, I don't know who is speaking. Do you believe in a traditional religion, like all these traditional religion? Do you believe in them? Do you believe there's a spirit?
Mary, the question ask you, how do you know that is God that do all those things?
Let me ask you this as well, so that I will use your answer to answer mine. So do you believe in traditional religion, like all this traditional religion, what's it called? What's their name? Eledumare, Ifa, Shango, and Co.
Mary, you are going out for our conversation. This how do you know that is God that directly
I know it is God.
Because your shop, let me just tell you, your shop did not work. That is why they have
Let me say something.
I'm not talking about church.
Austin, good evening. Good evening, host.
Hello, Lumen.
Yeah, good evening. Please, I know it has not gotten to my turn to speak, but I just want to interfere on what Austin actually asked Mary.
Okay.
The point Mary is trying to come from, the point is the side is coming from, I understand her very well. Yeah. You having a personal relationship with God, you hear him and the rest of them. Now, Austin, the question you asked, how will she know that it's God that is speaking to her?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe we all believe in the existence of God, be it God with big G or God with small g. But we believe that there is existence of something, somewhere, a supreme power somewhere that oversees us. I don't know if we believe in that.
I like the way you put it. You believe that all.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere. I've not gotten to my point now. We believe that there is an existence of a supreme being. It can be your mini
shrine,
god,
or whatever.
It can be your shrine in your place. It can be God of thunder. It can be God of this. Now, to the question Austin asked Mary, you can't be serving God of iron and be hearing from God of water. It's not possible.
Why not?
It's not possible.
Why not?
No.
Okay.
Madam, hold on. I'll keep quiet. I'll keep short. You ask me.
I hear you that it is not possible. But if it is the Christian God, there is evidence in that book. It's not even evidence, but it's written in that book. I think it was Daniel. Daniel who prayed to God, and his prayers were diverted for 21 days.
Can you? I will want to.
No, hold on, I'm speaking. So his prayers were diverted for 21 days. So if that is in that book, you cannot then say that it is the one you are praying to that is answering. If there are spirit beings that can divert your prayers.
My dear sister, host there. This is a personal.
Can you tell me?
Please, can I ask this question, please, the host?
And Madam, hold on. I want you to tell me why another God cannot answer.
Another God cannot answer you because you know your relationship with. Well, it's just like you being on a lane. Even though, this is our spiritual affairs. Even though it's another thing is speaking to you, you know you are not hearing from that source. It's a spiritual connection. I'm not talking of the pastor. Pastor is far from it. You are talking of hearing from that supreme God you believe in.
Okay.
Now God speaks to us just as God speaks to those the people of old. God speaks to us through different signs. Some through dreams, some through visions, some through prophecies, and the rest of them. Now it's now left for you to know this is how God speaks to me.
No, you're preaching at the moment. Listen, according
yes,
to,
my brother.
Wait, hold on, Sana. According to the book of Daniel, so a 21-day prayer and fast was is inspired by Prophet Daniel's 21-day period of prayer and fasting in the book of Daniel, chapter 10, where an angelic messenger was delayed in bringing God's answer due to spiritual warfare from demonic forces. So if demonic forces, according to...
You said it was delayed. So you said it was delayed?
Intercept, yes.
Intercept does not mean... Intercept, what I mean, intercept means stoppage. Not communicating.
Stop it for 21 days.
Intercept means stopping, not you speaking to another person.
You did not stop it for 21 days.
Madam, we're saying two different things now. Remember we are saying that you hearing from God direct. You now said, how is she now sure she's not hearing from a different God? But what you read now from the book of Daniel.
Women, please. When I use the word intercept, I use the word correctly. The word intercept means to obstruct someone or something, so as to prevent them from continuing to a destination, right? It's an act or an instance of, but let's see, 1 second. To cut off or to deflect. To cut off or to deflect.
Okay.
Right? Those prayers were deflected.
Madam, you sorry, before I forget this thing. Deflect, intercept, they all mean cut off, not divert. I was wanting to hear divert. Divert means you are moving, you are now giving the wrong signal, but cut off means
I'm not using the word divert. I said to intercept.
But intercept does not connote what you were trying to say before. Remember, you told her that how is she sure that she's hearing from the main God?
She said intercept. So now, where I'm going with my point, when you guys are praying and there are demonic forces that can come and intercept your prayers and do whatever with your prayers, how do you know that it is God that is answering your prayers?
Intercept means it doesn't get to heaven. Of course, you won't receive answer. In that case, you're not going to receive answer because something has already stood in between your prayer and the God you're praying to. It means getting to God.
Do you always receive answers from your God?
It all depends on your relationship with God.
Answer my question. Do you always get an answer from God?
Yes.
Now, it depends on your relationship with God. Some persons cry to God and then
depending on your relationship, that would determine what prayers he answers and the ones he don't answer.
My dear sister, just the way we are now, some persons call on God now. God will answer now.
Now.
Call on God from now. Some will call on God from now till next year. God will not answer. It all depends on your relationship with God.
Lumen and Mary, please. Does any of you have that kind of relationship with God now? So we can
yes.
Let's test it now.
Please, let me tell you something.
No.
God, my dear sister,
God is not a magician.
Don't tell me.
You just said that you can ask God something now and he will do it now.
Madam,
tell me you're not going to tell God to provide rice now, provide beans, because you have a good relationship with him.
Lumen, 1 second, please.
Please let us put
Madam,
it to the test. No.
Let's have a good discussion.
God is not a magician.
No, you guys are talking over me. And
Allow me to say something.
no, just 1 second. You just said that God answers some people instantly as soon as he answers. I just asked if both of you were part of those. You said yes. So if that is the case, please let us go ahead and test it. Let's see if your God is going to answer. That's all I'm asking. So I want to know whether you guys are telling us the truth or you are lying to us.
So
Mary, hold on. Mary, I know where she's going to. So I will say no. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not in that relationship now. I'm not in that state now to call on God to answer.
Now
because I know if I say yes, then you will now be fast to tell me to call on God to do a particular thing now. And you know God is not a politician. That you can just put a test now and he will keep doing
God
it.
is not a magician.
He's not a magician.
It's not.
My dear sister.
So you can call
My
on
dear
him
sister.
without your faith.
If we have a good healthy relationship, a good discussion here, then we should be able to prove to ourselves except you don't believe in the Bible.
You see,
what
you both are saying is not a healthy discussion.
Can I say something?
It's just a myth.
What do you mean it's not a healthy discussion? But nobody's holding you from speaking.
No, I'm not.
Everybody, like, we're just giving our home view.
No, you both have taken over. You both have taken over the show with your stories.
Nobody
can't say anything because of your fake story. We just want to have something to say as well, because maybe
you can't say it's a fake story.
We are all giving our own perspective. With the armed robbers, you say that, and they went to the other shop.
It's not. That was what that was what happened to me. It's not a fake story.
My mother has dementia. Please. She's sitting here. I want to put on a video so one of you could speak so the dementia can go.
So they can heal her. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
thank God.
Can any of you pray to your God?
Because, God doesn't work in this kind of environment.
My mother has gone to church all her life.
Let me tell you something here. God doesn't work in this kind of environment.
But you cannot even try.
You don't have the faith. You don't have any faith in him, so you can't walk.
Mary, you haven't even tried. You don't fear.
No, fear. No. Fear of what? No. It's not.
Mary, don't be afraid.
No, afraid of what? I told you. I can never deny my God.
Your God can decide to answer. Just try it.
Not in this environment. This environment is not healthy.
Okay, so your God only answers depending on the environment you are in.
And people and those, only those who believe in him. If you believe in him, he will work, and if you call on him, he will answer you and you're sick.
Only if you believe.
Or your sickness, I mean.
Listen.
Only if you believe in him.
Okay. You believe in him. I'm asking you that believe in him to pray to him. Not me. I'm not. You guys do it. You guys believe.
No, we can't. That's why I said to you earlier, our God is not a magician. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, so now there are conditions to him answering your prayers. Earlier on, you said some people, depending on the relationship, that they can have God will answer them immediately. But now you have to have belief. Now you have to
Afro-atheist, I want to make a statement. You should allow your audience or whatever to make their point, please. I'm your supporter.
Thank you for that observation, my dear brother.
Hello.
Thank you.
Can I say something?
This Zua has been trying to say something for so long. He have not said anything. I've been trying to make a statement. I've not said anything. You're repeating the same thing both of you have been arguing. At least let her talk, then you talk, so that we'll be making sense. Some people are complaining on comment section.
But Sana, on my platform, I usually let people speak, right?
Okay. Good morning, guys.
Bothers me. I have to question it. I have to.
Let Zoa talk.
Good
Before you
morning.
talk to say, you know that allow people talk.
No, it's okay. I mean, never mind.
Okay.
All right, Zoe, go on.
I am a Liberian. I don't have no connection with Nigeria.
Okay.
But you see how the host is behaving? I was like you before. I never used to believe in any man of God. Even once, most especially if they are Nigerians, I would feel like everything is staged.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what the other African country think of Nigeria. Until I see the reality of life. I'm not forcing anyone to believe in Pastor Jerry. I have never testified before. Never. I've been following Pastor Jerry since last year, August. I have never won because I don't even like that thing to go and everyone be looking at me. But I know that prayer. I know what that prayer did and what it's doing for me. So
what is it doing for you?
What it's doing for me?
Yeah, what is Jerry Eze's prayers?
Okay, let me just tell you
what is Jerry Eze's prayers.
Okay, right now you asking me. Let me tell you. I've never testified before, but today I just want to open my mouth to talk.
That's not the issue. I'm just asking.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you now.
Yes,
so listen to me. Let me tell you. It will be like a testimony today because I've never testified before. In August, last year August, before I could travel, like at that time, I would not really believe in church. I was not going to church, believe in men of God, anything. And then I think I just started listening for like 1 week, but in that 1 week, I was not constant. Like if I start and then the noise, I would just cut off. And then in the third or fourth day, I continue and then constantly until I was trying to travel. And the day of my interview, I should have traveled since I was 17 years old. And I got denied. They've been trying for me. Nothing was working. When I went for my interview, I didn't and they didn't even ask me anything. The person that was interviewing me was supposed, because I never interviewed. The person who told me that you are beautiful, took my picture, and that was it. And gave me to come and receive my visa. I couldn't believe until I left. And at that time, I was not believing church or what he said. It's not. I was like you before. I don't even. I never used to believe church.
Gio, you couldn't
until when I travel, when I came, I almost got deported.
Sorry, excuse me, lady.
They even gave me
like me. You couldn't have been like me. You couldn't have been.
No, listen. I'm talking. You said what the prayer is doing for me.
Like me. I'm still waiting to hear what the prayer did.
Okay, number two. Number two, when I came.
Sorry, number one. Please, let's stop at number one.
That's the number one.
Number one. Jerry Eze's prayers gave you visa.
Of course, that's the number one.
Jerry Eze's prayers gave you visa.
Of course. That's the number. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Visa to where?
I've never testified before.
Visa to where?
I'm talking. Give me a chance. Let me talk.
Hold on. Now, before you move to number two, I need to know.
Yeah.
So you got visa with Jerry Eze's prayers to where?
You think that's the visa?
I don't know.
I say I was 17 years when they've been trying for me. You telling me about visa? Do you know how many people?
What was the essence of your first story now?
You don't understand the first story?
No, I don't. So
you don't understand the first story?
No, I don't. Anybody, please, just Did anybody understand the story? Please.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Number
yes.
two.
Hold
Let
on,
me
hold
talk
on,
my number two.
my dear sister that
When
said
I
the
came,
testimony. Hold on,
I
madam.
almost got deported. They even gave me dates
My dear,
for
I understood
deportation.
your testimony very well
They even
because
many
persons went for that visa, they didn't get
never
it.
went online to
Yeah,
testify before. They even gave me dates that I will be deported. 3 days for me to
with
be
the right
deported.
application form, of your right reason, you would get a visa. We've been here since we were
You
12 years.
think
We're not even
that's what?
complaining. Yes, that's what it takes.
Yes.
You need to meet the criteria. You don't, it's not because of a prayer. You have to meet a criteria to get a visa to come to live somewhere. My mother lives with me in the UK here because she got a dependent visa because I live here and I work here and I contribute to the community. I haven't committed a crime. She got a visa to come and live in the UK. So please stop this. If I didn't meet the criteria, my mom will not get a visa. So this visa, take it out.
Anyway, I'm not angry because if you guys are Nigerians,
I have to go because my blood is boiling. My apologies. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
You as a Nigerian. I'm not a Nigerian. I have no connection with Nigeria.
Can we stop
when
all
you
this
guys
Nigerian
like this?
No.
So sad.
Zio, what the fuck are you talking about? Because we're Nigerians. What is
I'm not insulting
I'm a
you.
Ghanaian on this platform. I'm not Nigerian.
It's so sad.
I'm speaking to
Ghanaian. What are
maybe
you
a
about?
Ghanaian. I'm a Ghanaian on this
It's very
platform. I'm
sad.
a Ghanaian British
Just
and I
because
am a
you guys
Ghanaian.
heard that he's making that money.
I'm not here because of Nigeria. I'm here because I'm a Ghanaian, and this program makes sense.
Whole lot of money on
here
YouTube.
because I am
You
contributing
can go
to my
and
community
open
by
your
being on
YouTube
here.
channel. YouTube can make
What are you
money.
talking about? She's talking
Do you
nonsense.
understand
I'm telling you, because of that
I'm
money.
not here because of Nigeria.
You're talking nonsense.
This is a Nigerian platform. This is a platform for all of us to learn.
Nonsense.
Thank you.
Talking about, because y'all are Nigerians, it's so sad. Because he's making money on YouTube, then you should go and open your own. That's not what we are talking about. What we are talking about here is he genuine or not? Is he a scammer or not? That's not that conversation what you think you're having over there. We're not trying to bring Nigerian, Ghanaian into this talk at all. Keep that away from my platform. Please, I don't want to do any of that. We want to see whether these people are genuine or they are not genuine. If they are fakes, let's expose them for the fakes that they are. Talking about Jerry Eze's prayers help you to get visa. That's foolishness.
If you don't read, you won't pass. So it's not like you have to pray. Don't read at all. It doesn't make any sense.
All over the Nigerians.
The stupidity to say that it's
listen,
that
Christianity.
Our people are too far gone. Imagine. Okay, we have some people that haven't spoken. We've got Pereira, are you there? Pereira, you there?
If he's not speaking, let me continue with what I was asking Luman before you cut me off.
Pereira is not there. Let me disconnect this person. I don't know, I can't disconnect it. Unmute you. You're muted. Ikechuku. Wait, just please everyone. Let's hear from Ikechuku. Guys, please tap on the screens and share the live stream. We need to wake our people up from this Jerry Eze foolishness and from the whole Jesus madness that has been visited upon us. Jesus is a scam. Jesus is a scam. The sooner y'all wake up, the better for all of you. Because, look, what evidence does anybody have that Jesus existed, apart from what you find inside the book? It's time to wake up. It's time.
Can I ask you something, please?
No, just 1 second. Let's hear from Ikechuku.
Hello, my sister. Good evening.
Afro.
And good evening, my friends in the box. One, I want to say a big thanks to you because you're doing amazing work. It's more or less an awakening. Yeah, I listen to you anytime I come on TikTok.
Thank you.
It's rather unfortunate. I think so many people have talked about mental slavery. That's actually where Africa, most of us in Africa have found ourselves. And it's rather unfortunate that people try to hide under the guise of Christianity and religion, to do all sorts of things. Laziness is actually being promoted, as a matter of fact. You see people who are supposed to do genuine thing to assess what they need. You see them spending times and hours in church on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, saying they are praying. I used to have somebody who is diabetic. Diabetes has to do, to a large extent, type 2 diabetes has to do with sugar and what you eat. The person keeps consuming all manner of things. His sugar level continues to go up. 1 week after, he will go to church and say he's praying that God should heal him. Isn't that foolishness? And before you know it, he starts developing complications. Instead of going to the hospital, he's still running to the church. Things we are supposed to do, we are pushing it to a so-called God. Yeah, I know that God exists and God, there is God. But the things that God has given us the ability to do, we can't be fooling ourselves and pushing it back for him to do it for us. Somebody just cited an example. Somebody needed a visa. You don't have the requirements. You've not done the things you're supposed to do. You're going to church to go and sow seeds of hundreds of thousands and asking a certain pastor to be praying for you. As a matter of fact, if we talk about Nigeria and the number of churches and the number of pastors, the so-called fathers in faith, we call them, and with all the prayers they've been praying, and the state of the nation is still the way it is, can't people even advise themselves and learn what has changed? They talk about the president. Whenever a certain president wants to come up, you see them, the so-called fathers of faith. This is what God said. At the end of it all, we will still see that people are suffering. The same Bible said, when the righteous is on the throne, people rejoice. Have we ever had, even when the so-called pastors, all of them, I say when Afro we post all of them will come up during a particular president and they'll say, this one will do this one will do this. At the end of, before the end of that term, all of them will be, will be covering their faces in shame. And people will still foolishly and sheepishly keep following and keep going. I really believe that people have just, people are not really thinking. A lot of people are not really thinking. Most of us are not really thinking. We just follow sheepishly, and it has really taken over our minds. I don't even know how to put it. People cannot come out from this. A lot of people who are arguing you host. Most people.
Just sorry to interrupt you. Are you a God believer yourself?
I believe in God. I believe in God. Yes, I do.
Why? Why do you believe in God, Ikechukwu?
Why do I believe in God?
Yes, why?
I believe that I didn't just come up. I believe that there is something, there's a supreme being that is greater than myself. And I believe that somebody is actually responsible for the harmony you see in the universe.
How do you know that that person is God? How do you know that that person is God?
Well, that's why you call it. I said I believe in a supreme being. It's actually language. It's actually language. It's language.
Okay. How do you know that that supreme being is the God of the Bible?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's actually language. I wish I could just say, I wouldn't use English, or maybe I could use my dialect to say something, or just maybe an expression, that is beyond what I can think of or what I can imagine. You know, let me not say it. Let's not use the word God, because God is more or less like an English language, and that's the
So
language
what are
we
you
all
going to
communicate.
use? So if you're not using God, what are you going to use?
What I'm going to use?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
What word are you going to use to what are you going to call this godlike character you're talking about?
Good. You see, you're still using words. You see, there are things you have in your heart that words cannot explain for you. The language we have cannot explain. It's better felt than told. That's just what I'm trying to say. I know that I didn't just come up. I'm not just living. I'm not a product of a theory. I'm feeling, I know that something greater than myself must have existed or must be the reason why I'm living. You know, but I'm not foolish also. Well, I don't know if that is making sense.
No,
yeah.
it's not making sense, because very quickly, when I asked you if you believe in God, yes, you do, but then immediately you're trying to distance yourself from God, and now it's a supreme being, but your supreme being has not got a name, has not got any I don't know, we don't even know what you're talking about, but you believe. So why do you believe was the question. Why believe? Because to believe means that you are not sure. There might or might not be, but I just believe. So why do you believe?
Okay, you're still asking me.
Why do you believe?
How do I put this? I think it's just I think it's just language issue, it's just language problem. Yeah, for me, I think it's just language problem, because it's not really belief, it's not really a supreme being. You know, these are all languages, these are all things we come into to see, and we begin to act on them. But ordinarily and naturally, I will tell you that I know that I didn't just come up to exist on my own. Something, you see, we're still talking about the language. If I say something, you say, okay, what is the something? If I say being, what is the being?
Ikechuku, you did not.
Yes, go ahead.
You did not exist on your own. We all know that. You had parents, right? You had parents that gave birth to you. So are you telling us that your God was involved with your parents when they were having intercourse, or what?
Who are the sources of? Where is the beginning of your parents?
How did God come into the equation when your parents were busy having you?
That's what I'm talking about. You see, we're still using the word God. We came in and we saw this language, and they introduced some of these things to us.
It's not a matter of language.
My parents didn't just come to be.
It's not a matter of language.
It's a matter of language.
Can we please leave
something is responsible for my parents?
Can we leave the language aside? You believe in something, and you clearly think that something was what brought you to this earth. So I'm trying to understand, what was the role of that something when your parents were having sex?
My parents didn't just exist. They had a source. I understand what you're saying. They had a source. They didn't just come up from the thin air.
Ikejuku, you should be asking who's the same question. Madam, you think forming a human being just involves releasing the sperm into the woman, it fertilizes, and that's just a baby? There are spiritual powers behind all those things.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know how many persons that have been having the same sex every now and then, but there is no fertility?
Okay.
How do you now? Wait, how do you now?
So wait, let me understand.
Lumen.
Let me understand.
Can I answer
Wait,
that?
let me
Afro,
understand.
please.
Let me understand.
Lumen.
As a nurse,
Hold on now.
answer
Hold
this
on.
one.
Hold on.
Afro.
Hold on. He's
Beg.
talking to me. Please, just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Do you know? I'm not through yet. I'm not through yet. You know, I'm waiting for you to ask me the question. Though. You know, the first time I
I'm
spoke.
not trying to ask you a question. I just want to quickly say something. Please. I just want to quickly say something. So, what this gentleman is trying to tell you is that when mom and dad come together, right, and do their thing, yeah, maybe the God then takes over, and the God now, you know, he's the one that now does everything after, you know, the intercourse has taken place. But I'll let him explain what he means by that. Yeah. So please go on, tell us. Go on, Lillian.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. I thought you were asking again. Sorry, come back with the question, please. Just one more time.
Tell us how God or spiritual is involved with reproduction.
Madam, there are so many things that goes on when it comes to forming a life. Now, the semen we know is just a substance that is being released into a woman, and the process goes on, and the next thing you see is a woman carrying a life in her tummy after a particular
Can I make a little correction? Can I make a little correction?
Madam,
it's
you
not
have
just
the floor.
no, not just in the womb, because babies can be made outside the womb, you know, that with IVF. They can be, so the sperm and the egg can be crossed outside the womb. So it's not a miraculous. Yes, they can do Hixie, they can do listen. So let's talk about every side. We have surrogacy, we have all sort of.
That is true, but you can't do surrogacy. You can't do the surrogacy without still the sperm will still be needed.
Yeah, but Lumen, Lumen, can do that. I beg you, I'm sorry to interrupt everyone. Lumen, do you know that the woman, when she's ovulating, she can only get pregnant 2 to 3 maybe 2 to 3 days. The window of ovulation is very narrow. She gets hornier when she ovulates. So that sperm, she's releasing an egg. So the egg is released, and when the man comes together with and bingo, the egg is there opportune time, and it fertilizes. Hold on, millions and billions of sperm. Wait a minute, releases, but one sperm detaches, and then it makes a barrier for the other sperms not to penetrate that egg. It's a process of biology that has been studied and under PET scans.
Jenny, that is what I'm trying to explain. That's one egg.
It's not spiritual. It's an egg. We come with our follicles ready and waiting. The woman, 30,000 or so. Scientists have debunked. We have already. Don't reinvent the wheel, sir.
So how will you now?
And when the eggs are not fertilized, they pass as blood, isn't it? If the eggs are not fertilized, they pass as blood, isn't it?
And then the man can be knocking for it till kingdom come. You will not get nobody pregnant because you can't get pregnant when the egg.
So what I'm now,
Jenny, 1 second.
Oh my God,
Jenny, look at someone's comment. Someone said, "See what you are explaining. The egg from where? It's good that lays the egg."
Lord. No, okay. I told you the follicles, the egg follicles are there in the female when she is born as a fetus. There are follicles there, eggs, and they pop. So by the time you're a woman in her 20s, 30s, half of your eggs are gone, and that's why they say the ideal woman is a 22-year-old. She's 1.72 meters, and she is such and such pounds, and she is ripe. 22 years old. Biology is right for
Afro.
If you ask our people how
Jenny,
male and females are made, they will tell you it's also God.
I think I'll respectively go to the comment section, because I think we are on a different understanding totally.
Somebody is asking where the egg is coming from. God.
Now, but you did not allow me. You did not allow me to explain.
Maybe God is the one laying the egg. Okay.
You didn't allow me to explain.
That's the question. How did God get involved?
Randy Per to speak. Randy Per hasn't really spoken. Randy Per, I see you've been trying to say something.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this. The moment a physical being, that is a human being, refuses to acknowledge that the spirit reign controls the physical, then there's a problem. We are not just existing. We are not just existing.
They believe Mary got pregnant by a spirit.
We are not just.
No, sir.
We are not just existing.
Lumen.
That is my understanding.
Lumen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I agree with you. There is a big problem. We have a big problem because the spiritual does not control the physical.
Yeah.
You have to prove that the spiritual exists.
The spiritual now depends on the spirit you believe in. The spirit we believe in as Christian is the existence of God.
Okay.
Just like Ikechukwu said.
How do you prove that the spirit realm exists?
Just like Ikechukwu said, the spirit being I believe in is God. In Igbo, we call it Chukwu.
I'm not asking about your beliefs. I don't want to know about your beliefs. Tell us, this spirit realm you claim is controlling this physical realm. Where is it?
The air you breathe in now, how do you explain the mystery behind that breath? If that breath ceases now, what happens to you?
I can tell you how breath is. I can tell you.
Where does it come from?
Can I tell you where does it come from?
Ghana, just 1 second, please. This is absolutely crazy, and I don't want to.
You have to go back to the classroom to learn science. Jesus Christ!
With science, I'm a veterinarian.
Hold on. I wanted Randy Per to speak. This is foolishness. Randy Per, please go on.
Yes, thank you. I still do not know why Lume is trying to avoid the question. I think you asked him a question of how God gets involved in the whole production of everything, and he started with sperm and all those kind of stuff. For me, you should just answer the part where God gets involved in the whole creation of the whole thing. You understand? If you can answer that one, hey, it's fair enough. But starting with long story, and at the end of the day, you're not making any sense. And it now looks like if we are not allowing you to talk, is something I'm not trying to get. Again, the question I want to ask is, first of all, if you are stating that there's this being that created, like, okay, the air we breathe and the whole stuff, and the fact that there's kind of spirituality and all those kind of stuff, the main question I want to ask is, why did he now decide to create us? Is it like he wants to act a movie? Is he trying to act a movie, or he's trying to watch us or something? Why? What's his reason? And why did he now create the whole devil and try to make us play in a particular scene? So is it a movie we're acting? Are we acting a movie? Because there must be a reason. And this reason, I have not seen any religion to tell us the reason why. Is it a movie? Are we watching? Is it just like, is he watching a movie? Because I don't understand. If you claim that he brought us here, I'm to ask you, are we acting a movie? Are we acting a movie? I just want to ask.
Just very quickly, there's somebody in the comments, Obidon, I would like for you to come up, because some of the things that you're saying, they're just nonsense. You just said that people on dialysis, they haven't joined atheism. Hear yourself. You just hear yourself. With the God that they have in their lives, they are going through dialysis. Their God has not helped them through the dialysis. Now you're saying people on dialysis have not joined atheism. No, they shouldn't join atheism. They should stay with the dialysis over there with their God. Their God is watching them go through dialysis and doing nothing about it. And you talk about people going through dialysis, not joining atheism. No, they're better with the God. Let them stay there and be doing the dialysis. It's crazy. Crazy. Crazy work.
Afro. Well done. I don't try. Listen, there's something we are saying before this heated argument starts. You made a statement. No, you guys, we are talking about whether God, whether another being can answer your prayer. I wanted to correct that side because I read Bible a lot. Your religion, I read Bible a lot. No, no, they read that thing again. Your religion have already stated that there are many places, not just one, where prophets interacted with devil according to the story. He want to do something, but because he did not, is it that he did not obey the instruction of God, then Satan now tell him what to do, and he did it, and he got spied by a lion on the road. I've forgotten the whole story, but if you want to know the story, research those things before you come up here to tell us that if you have relationship with God, you cannot speak with another spirit. Your religion have already made it clear that any spirit can talk to you according to your belief. Any spirit can talk to you. That is why they say, okay, this is not the spirit of God talking to you, then this one is spirit of God talking to you. Whether you have relationship or not, your religion have already said it, that any spirit can talk to you. Then you are the one to discern the one that is talking to you, whether na Satan or whether na God though. That is na business to now fathom the particular one talking to you. But as a normal human being, and something, a spirit is talking to you, you know, I don't know whether I go say you are not normal to say that spirit is talking to you. Yes, I'm very sorry if you feel I'm using a hard word. It is not normal for a normal human being to come and tell us at this age that there is any spirit talking to you. What you have is your brain recalculating things that you are reasoning, things that is happening within you. Your brain recalculating them. You can come and claim anything. You can come and claim anything that spirit tell you this. That is why you choose the spirit that talk to you. You are the one that says spirit of God. The other one talk. That time you say that spirit of God tell you something. If you check, it's not only one voice or one this thing you reason at a time. There are many reasoning at the same time. You pick the one you want, say na this spirit na talk am. You pick the other one, say na devil na talk am. You pick the other, say na so spirit na talk am. That is it. We have done all these things. You know they pay. It doesn't pay. You may think somebody came up and was trying to tell Afro that I was once like you. You were never.
Never.
A real atheist can never come back to be a Christian. Someone that doesn't believe again, you cannot come back to be a Christian. That's no day. That only fear keeps you as a believer. Only fear. Without fear, you cannot be a believer. You are afraid of what will happen to you when you die. That is the only reason you are there.
All right. Thank you. So I don't know this person. I've tried to disconnect them. Host. Sorry, I said host. Moderators, can you help me remove that person over there at the end? That one. I tried to get them involved in the conversation. They're not, and I tried to delete them. They're not there. So you can please help me remove that person. Like, I don't know.
Can I please give my submission, please?
Okay,
I know I've spoken quite a lot back and forth. My apologies.
That one, Perere. Yeah, not Jenny, but the one next to Jenny.
Perriere.
Yeah, the one next to me.
Sounds Brazilian.
I mean, pressing it is not working. I don't know.
Asleep. Perriere, wake up. Wakey, wakey.
Obi Don, come and let's discuss your God. Come,
Sorry,
let's discuss your
can
God.
I give my submission, please?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. I am not an atheist. I'll be honest with you. I am a Christian. Okay.
Oh.
Because I was born into Christianity. I went to Catholic schools. I have had. I've not read. I won't say I understand the Bible, but I understand logic. Okay. Listening to you guys on here, I think it's changing my mind and the way I think. Okay, because it tells me when I listen to some of my brothers Christians talking.
2 months with you, darling, and you'll be a full-fledged deconstructionist.
No, listening to some of the Christians talking is disappointing how unintelligent we are. I went to Catholic school. I sang all the hymns. We did all that. Okay, I went to St. John Bosco, so think of it from when I was a child till growing up. And now that I'm not saying I'm very educated. Now that I understand how the world and things work, it makes me think like we are not very intelligent. My mother is a Christian. She's always paid her tithe. She speaks in tongues. She's got dementia. She's still speaking tongues in dementia. We wonder what she's saying, but she's still speaking in tongues when she's praying, being demented, you know. What I wanted to say is the reason why my mind has changed a little bit from Christianity is because I'm a story writer. I write stories it's part of therapeutic for children. So I write the story for children that have been through traumatic event. So it's not just children, adults that have been through childhood trauma. So I write their story by asking them to speak, and I play the audios back to them, and I write them into stories with confidentiality in place. So we don't say stories about them. We just write stories that they can read and reflect back on it. And I want to tell everybody on this platform, these are children I write about in Ghana. And I want to tell you a young girl story so we can all learn from that. That what's happened to the girl in Africa would never happen to a child in UK here. It would be on the news and people would go to prison. Okay. So there was a 2-year-old girl that lived with the mother and father in somewhere in the north of Ghana. One day the mother passed away suddenly. She was 2 years old. Father stopped looking after her. Auntie brought her to the city. Auntie got married, and eventually Auntie's husband didn't want the girl in the house again. They threw the girl out at the age of 13. She ended up in the station, in you know, the public station where the Okadas and everybody is. That 13 years old girl, nobody from the church that came to pick Trotro took that girl home. She stayed in the station, and the drivers, their mates, were all sleeping with her. She was gang. I don't know. I don't want to say it. I know TikTok.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Yes, essayed at the station. One of the sellers in the station took her to the hospital. The hospital said she was a bad girl. They threw her out. She was picked up by a patient in the hospital, took her home, and pretended that they were in a relationship. Told the people that live in the property that this is my sister's daughter, and she's going to live with me. While this man was literally sleeping with this young girl in the house. She's 16 years old now. She's HIV positive.
Oh no.
She's still in Africa with no help. There's nothing. I'm telling you, zero for her for support. If you look at that girl, she's like a rock. She's become hardened. Her heart she speaks like a gangster, even at her age. And when you record the audio, it is all this, the group that I joined to support the children. They are Oyibo people here. They are not Christians, okay? But we go there and they support with little pennies. And the churches in the country I come from do not identify the problems. Africans still have orphanages. As some of us that live in America and in UK and the rest, how many do you have orphanages in America? Do you have, because orphanages are children prison. Churches go to give gifts to orphanages, and the children are living as prisoners. Orphanages are institutions that is prison for children. This is why my heart is getting hardened by the religion that I believe in. That how many churches are in Ghana? I can't talk about Nigeria because I've never been there. But how many churches are in Ghana? How many people are pastors driving G-Wagons, Maseratis in the dirty pothole country, and children are still sleeping on the streets of the market with rats? okay, with no mosquito net even to protect them, sleeping on cardboard. I write stories of children. If you come from that country and you still believe in the God that did not identify the troubles of these kids on the street in orphanages, I wrote a story of a young girl who was being she was being I don't want to use the word essayed in a home for children and the man there will tell her, if you don't let me do it, you will not go to England, you will not go to school. And the child was pregnant at the age of 12 years old. What a country is that I come from, that you're telling me I should go? Oh, I'm so sorry. My apologies, guys. Thank you so much for having me, but my heart is, thank you. Sorry, my sincere apologies. It's not because I am an atheist, it's because I am a Christian, and this makes me more sadder being a Christian of a country that is full of churches. They are building churches every single day in Ghana. When you drive on the motorway, there's massive mansions when children are sleeping outside. I'm not blaming the parents, I'm blaming the society that we live in that cannot take these children home. I say to people, take a child home for Christmas. Give that child the experience of having a normal home. You can't even do this. You're telling me that armed robber came and you hide behind the door. Where is that child hiding behind that door? That child that is being essayed in the marketplace, sleeping on the floor. When you go for your food shopping, do you pick that child up? Do you just see the child and walk past the child? Come on, man. Let's open our eyes to the suffering of the people and stop these churches because we are selfish. Christians are selfish. Christianity is the only religion that we give to receive. If I give somebody £1, God is going to give me £1 million. You're a scam. You're just like a scammer on the street because you expect more for what you've given than what you have even given to society. Christianity don't contribute to society. We are the only people that believe that somebody is going to suffer because we are not suffering. We don't see other people suffering. I'm so sorry. We are disgraceful. And the people that spoke on this platform that are talking about me and me and me. This is the problem with Christianity. Some of us are getting fed up of the me. We don't contribute to our society. Christianity do not contribute to our society. We only contribute to our household. And shame on us Christians, including myself, my mother, and my entire family, because we're all Catholics. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Just 1 second. 1 second, Rejuvenate. Oh, Rejuvenate, you were here, you were dropped, right?
Yep.
Okay. You speak and then we hear from Auntie. Have a baby pot. All right, go on, Rejuvenate.
Yeah, quick one branch of Grace has gone off, so I think there's no need responding to what she said. So again, I go on when I saw the channel Atheist. So I'm of the opinion, when people say Christianity is a scam, when people say Christianity is this or that, the understanding first is many-faceted. I think where it's easy to attack is for those that are, I'll use the word, highly illogically spiritual. Yeah, that's when it's easier to attack. It's easier to attack the person that says, oh, maybe your leg is cut off at the knee, and you feel, oh, if you go to the church, somehow the femur, is it the tibia? The tibia is going to grow back. Your foot is going to grow back. Those ones are easier to attack. In my opinion, religion, first off, it's like for some people, it might be a pill to fix whatever it is that's happening with them in their mind, in their body, in their spirit. I feel it's not in too many people's places to deny people of that or to make them feel some sort of stupid that they are choosing to take that pill. Every time we go to the hospitals, sometimes we get placebos, we don't know. It doesn't mean that we're stupid. When you say, oh, I have this problem, and doctor says, just go home and take water, it doesn't mean we're stupid. Again, the idea is that fills a hole that solves a problem. That's that about that. It doesn't mean that they are sort of dumb, because I feel atheists in this case tend to want to take like some sort of moral, intellectual high ground, like, oh, I'm so smart, I'm so intelligent, I can see through the veneer of religion. That's not true. The truth actually is.
Who said that? Who is saying that?
Let me just.
No. I will not. No, excuse me. I will not let you make such an umbrella statement about atheists.
Oh, no.
Unless you can tell us if there was one who said that or.
Okay. Sana said that. Do you want to? What you say? I don't understand what you're like trying to like contest. Is it common? Sana just said that. Oh, and even apologize. Oh, I'm sorry for using this word but you know, Christian, it's not. That's not a debate. I don't know why.
If Sana
That's
said
a small home.
if
That's
Sana
a small
said
home.
it, if Sana said it, that's not all
That's
atheists.
a small home. No, that's not a big deal. That's a small home. That's a general. I don't know why we're.
It is a big deal to me.
It's a small home because it's common. I don't know. Okay,
no, it is a big deal to me.
They want to play the ostrich. It's fine. Let's play the ostrich.
Atheists are trying to put themselves on this moral high ground, like they know it all or something.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Don't let's major on the minor.
Please, I need to major on the minor. Yes, I need to.
What end? Every time I just told you, Sana just said it. What do you want me to say about what that Sana just said it?
Then you say it was Sana who said it.
It's not just Sana, it's everybody. We're majoring on the minor. Let's leave that. Okay.
No, don't tell no, excuse me. Don't tell me to leave that. No. Don't tell me to leave that.
Okay, Sana said that. If it makes you happy, Sana said that. Can we move on? It doesn't. I don't know why we are sitting on that. It's not.
I don't know why I didn't mention.
No, I just been mentioned because some from atheists, Afro-atheists seems to think that's a big deal or a novel or something that is basic. Is I don't. So like I'm saying, like they kind of have like a sort of high ground and they're so intellectual they can see through the veneer of religion and how false it is. The honest truth is the easiest thing is to break something down. That's the honest truth, in whatever regard, either an institution, either a building, either whatever. That's the easiest thing.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking
calm down.
about?
Could you just give me a
Please,
minute?
what are you talking? What are you addressing? I don't know.
I'm addressing everything. Where do I start from? I'm addressing everything. If Ghana was still here, I would have started with Ghana's. I'm addressing everything I can, but I'll be brief. I promise I won't take your time. So what I'm just trying to say is religion, people have a right not to be made to feel stupid because of religion. It solves whatever need that they have. That's about that. I'm saying you on this channel, on this live so far, I'm putting everybody to the, oh, why do you do this? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? If it's put to you and say, oh, why don't you believe this? Hold on 1 second. Oh, why do you believe when someone's talking about conception and all? And again, I was kind of amazed that what you're saying is, oh, the person said, I think God brought him here. And you're like, oh, did God do something with his parents and all those? We all know that with Christianity, it goes back to the creation. I didn't know why you mentioned something about parents. I don't know why, but Christianity comes about creation. We believe that, oh, God created the world in this and this and that.
I don't care what you listen. I don't care what you mean.
If I'm putting it to you, let me ask you a question.
Listen, excuse me, because right now what you're doing, I don't like this kind of crying, right? If you don't like what's being talked about here, you don't have to be here.
It's not like it. It's not like it.
Can I speak, please? Nobody is forcing you to be here, right? And if you don't like the conversations, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to, right? No one is forcing anyone to be here to engage. And I don't know why you're crying over someone else's conversation. We're talking to somebody else. Now you're busy lamenting and crying over that. If you have an argument, let's talk about your argument. How about that?
So my argument to you, my question to you of Afro-Atheism is, how do you think the world came to be?
So have you been on, just 1 second, Rejuvenated? Is this somebody I know? I know who you are.
I'm with you, Afro-Atheist.
Are you the one that I know? The one that comes on this platform?
Probably not.
Have you been on this platform before?
No.
Why does your voice sound familiar?
Afro-Atheist, again, can we just...
Why does your voice sound familiar?
You said I should ask a question. I just asked a simple, direct question.
Why does your voice sound familiar?
Please, can we not major on the minor again?
Why does your voice sound familiar?
It's not important.
It is important. It is. I need to know.
Please, can you please? I'm actually begging you again.
Why does your voice? Why does your voice?
Yes, it's crying. I'm actually crying. Yeah, I'm actually crying. Let me know it's begging.
Why does your voice sound familiar?
So I'm actually crying because, to be honest to you, objectively, personally, I am a professed Christian, but I'm logical. I hope, because again, I try to read and make, get knowledge on both sides of the divide. So have a logic. I don't believe that when your leg gets cut off in the knee, you walk to the church, it grows back. I'm not that kind of Christian. So I'm actually, it's not a ridiculous question. It's actually an objective question. That's why I'm putting it to you, hoping that, because if you see my comment I wrote earlier,
I need to know if you've been here before.
I said no, I wouldn't lie. You wouldn't beat me if I said I've been here before. I wouldn't lie. I just want to know where you are seeing it from. How do you think the world came to be?
So how the world came to be, just one second. Right. Give me a second.
Not Google, right? I'm waiting a second. I'm hoping that's not Google I'm waiting for.
Why is that? Do you have an issue with Google?
No, so I just want to know that she's not. So again, it's important that when somebody's leading a discourse, they've got some sort of nuance to it. It's unfair for. It's unfair for.
Why is it unfair? Why is it unfair to seek information? Rejuvenated.
Lilliput, just one second. So,
hi, Afro.
Hello, my darling. So we're having a conversation about God, right? A conversation about God, not a conversation about how the universe or the world started to begin. A conversation about God. I would like you to stick to the God subject. If you want to know about how the world came into existence, it's a Google search away. The Google search away. You can go and do your own homework. I'm here speaking about God.
I think why Rejuvenated is being emotional from the beginning. It was trying to say that we are trying to tell people everything against what they used to believe. Then we are not telling them what we believe, what to believe. I think that Rejuvenated, if I get you correctly, that was the first thing you say before you asked this your question.
So from now on, when we're here speaking about God, and you come along and start asking how were we created, how the universe, I will no longer be entertaining that question. We have answered that question many and many and many times on here. Enough. If you don't want to know how the universe began to exist, please go and do the homework yourself. Right? Let's stick to the God subject. Rejuvenated. Can we stick to the God subject, please?
Yeah, so again, okay, so the God subject. So I believe God created the world, so that's why we need to so again it's foundational, but if you say you don't want to send in, it's not the God subject, which I say God created the world.
Can you prove that the God did it?
But can you prove that he didn't?
Can you prove that the God did it?
So when you, it's two ways. Yeah, it's fair.
Please, can you prove that the God you're talking or referencing is the one?
So I can't prove it, but neither can you. That's the point.
I am not making a claim. I'm not making a claim about.
You're making a claim that
you just made a claim about you believe God.
Exactly.
You made the claim. If you're making the claim, then tell us why you believe that God created the world or the universe or whatever. Tell us why you believe that.
Yeah, I hear you, but if the topic of the
tell us why you believe it. Can you please no? Can you please tell us why you believe it?
No, atheists, calm down. Please don't say no.
Can you please tell us why you believe it?
So what can you, if you can't say, listen, please, if the topic is saying NSPPD is a scam platform, then you're coming from a place of a claim. I can prove it. Oh, you can prove that it is a scam.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Can we not allow this deflection? Can we not allow this deflection? Because Rejuvenated, you made a claim. We all heard it.
Prove your own.
Please prove your claim first, and then we can move on to Afro's
prove our own.
Lilliput,
yes.
Lilliput.
You're trying to avoid the question. You're avoiding the question.
Guys. So this is what I said again. Please, I've taken longer than I hoped I'll take. So this is what I said in the beginning. Yeah, is a category of people believing they have a kind of.
Nobody fucking cares. Rejuvenated. If you want to keep
Are you
speaking,
trying
please
to
do feel free.
categorize us here or
You're
something? Are you trying
just
to
listen.
categorize us?
That's low IQ arguments he's trying to do, and that's fine. You like
He's avoiding the question. I believe he's avoiding
yeah.
it. He's avoiding
If you
it.
come on, anytime you come on here and you try cry and whine like this, it's very low IQ behavior. No,
Exactly.
we don't rate that over here. Just answer the question, or have your submission ready, and that's it. Let's
I
go.
wanted
There's
to ask him
people
a
that
question
come
as
on
well.
here.
I think
Lilliput.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him a question.
If
If
the-
he
if
Sorry,
believes
Rand
he's a
Piper,
man,
one second.
Wait.
and he knows he's a
Hold
man,
on,
Hang on,
Randy Pike.
hang on.
Hold on. For me, it's just that air of arrogance. I believe God created the universe. Why do you believe God created the universe? They can't answer. Because their mumu
He
book
seemed
tells them so.
offended you even question that.
Exactly, because their mumu book tells them so. Okay, so how can you evidence what's been claimed in the book? They fall short. They fall short. And if we're having a conversation about God, I'm not here trying to talk about how the universe began. I'm not making a claim that I know how the universe began. So why are we even
Exactly.
talking about that subject?
The only thing is, they're the ones making claims, and then whenever they're questioned, there's this, defense, deflect, deny. It's all this time. We know these tactics. Please, next, cry as a river, please.
Look at this.
What
I
there
think
are-
at this point we need to mute this person, Obidon, in the comments, crying.
Bro,
This one has
leave
been
him.
crying in the
Blocked
comments.
him.
He
He's
has
so
been crying
unbelievable
in the
annoying.
comments. Look at it
But you
says
can bring him up now.
it says
Just bring him up now. Try. Bring him up
see
now.
how sleep is in your voice, yet you can't sleep, rather arguing God. It's very low IQ.
Afro, I have a question for these people.
Very low.
Prayer
That's all.
warriors and believer
Just bring him up. He
warriors.
should come and explain to us.
Why are you the ones fighting for this, your big, strong God? Like, why are you the ones fighting? Just, move along and ask him to address it himself. In fact, you can invite him to come on TikTok because he seems to speak to you all. I mean, stop crying. Stop being the one trying to fight his battle. Come
Tell him
on.
to speak through you. Tell him to speak through you on TikTok.
This one's a free ticket to heaven. I think by being nice, he'll get a first-hand ticket to heaven.
No. That's not how it works. It's not. It's not in the big book that if you go on TikTok if you're believing in fairy tales, as a big adult, you're the one that needs help, brother. Don't come at
to have
me.
that rejuvenated if he believes he's a man or he knows he's a
we
man.
explain this. I think we should explain this. Most people don't understand this particular point. Say that when you make a claim, it is not the duty of somebody that disagree with you to explain. It's you that made a claim. Have the duty, like somebody that is talking about whether something created the world or world existed from something or nothing. Somebody asked me one day, say that world did not exist from nothing, that world something created. I was, okay, what created it? And now asked me to explain what is nothing. Can you explain nothing? You cannot explain nothing. So maybe if that kind of question come up again, the best answer to give them is tell the person that he cannot explain nothing. It's you that saying that something will explain how. If you say something is yellow, you tell us how it's yellow. Simple, as simple as that. That is it. Because hello.
Go on.
Because what I'm saying is that most people don't even understand the question they are asking. Like somebody that come and ask you how the earth form, how the this and that. All those questions don't have any relationship with whether God exists or not. Because if you tell me that something that existed must have something that make it exist, that means the God that you're talking about have something that made it to exist. That's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Guys,
the Nigerians are not getting to that side.
Guys, please, can you all just please ignore that person, Obidon, in the comments? Please completely just ignore. No one needs to entertain. I don't want to block them, but I just want them to be there. But please ignore. I've sent the person an invite. They said, no, I do not argue. If you do not argue, then why are you asking us questions? Why are you asking us questions? Why are you asking us? So please, everyone, just ignore that person. Right. We've got Oba. Oba. Is Oba there?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
We met earlier on, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. So you left me bewildered. I wasn't sure where your leg stands. I don't know. So
yeah,
go on and tell us. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's I'm basically, I grew up a Christian, but I always had a curious mind. Maybe it's because of my genetics or my personality traits. I don't know, but I always had questions. Right from when I was a kid, I always questioned everything, basically. So, I mean, of course, that guided me while I was a Christian because it led me to do my own research. And very early on, I realized that the whole concept of religion, anywhere religion is found in the world, is a control mechanism by the lords, the elite, and they use it as a tool of power to have access and control over the minds, of the followers, of the people, of the masses, of whatever your terminology you want to call them. So it's I mean, for me, all religions, without any exception, is a tool of the conquerors and the elite and the people who are obsessed, the 1% obsessed with resource control, and who currently hold more than 90% of the global resource that is available on the earth today. So, having said that, I had my peculiar experiences, maybe not peculiar, but peculiar to me, while I was on my journey of being a Christian up until 2005, when I made a conscious decision that, what, enough is enough of this religion. I ain't doing this no more. And since then, I've been what you call a free thinker. And one of the things as an individual that I pride myself on is the ability to control my decisions, my thoughts, my decisions, my ideas, and my outcomes, and also to accept and embrace the consequences of those thoughts, decisions, actions, and whether good or bad, embrace it and just count it all joy that I'm having this human experience of being able to experience a lot of things in this universe. And personally, my personal opinion about religions coming up with they come with these books that they call their scriptures. I mean, it's just men who have believed and had the same human experience, and who at one point or the other had other experiences that could be termed supernatural, beyond the normal, regular human experience. And they were able to document such experiences or such encounters. And of course, as humanity evolved, some conquerors saw that human existence was ripe enough for a religion to be used as the, indirect tool for control of the mind, both the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So for me, the concept of God, I believe, and I feel, and I think that the concept of God is ambiguous, but in an experiential way, that's for me the only way I can describe that concept. And I describe it as a frequency of energy that a natural being, human being, can connect to or tap into to get supernatural achievements or to have supernatural experiences. Take, for instance, Christians, to talk about the gift of prophecy and prophesying, right? One of the prophets I respect the most, that I hold in the highest esteem, is a man called Fela.
Something, Oba, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
instead of just going off on a tangent, I like to keep it very basic, very simple.
Right.
Do you believe in a God or no?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. I've got this gentleman on the screen, Jerry Eze. He is the highest paid YouTuber. So he's a content creator, but his followers call him a pastor or a preacher. What do you think of him?
He's a Yahoo boy. But when you said highest paid YouTuber, is it globally or in Africa?
In Nigeria, the highest paid Nigerian content creator.
Oh yeah, he's
in Nigeria, not the highest paid in the world. No.
Yeah, he's a con man. Yeah, it's a scam.
Why do you say he's a con man?
He's a con man because I see his theatrics. Anytime I'm forced to catch a glimpse of his broadcast, I see his dramatics, I see his theatrics, and it's all a show, a public show, and it's all part of a carefully crafted system of control. I mean, I followed the antecedents of his predecessors, the likes of Benny Hinn and co. These things were imported from America, from the televangelists of America. It's a brand of religion that was imported into Africa from the United States of America. It's a money-making pyramid scheme, and they've perfected the art. It's, like I said, my opening statement, it's all about resource control. And of course, the best way to control the resources is control the minds, both the conscious and subconscious minds of the individuals you're trying to have access to their resources. So it's a tool for resource control for all religions of the world. And it is what it is. So free thinkers need to come together. I mean, whatever title we go by, and go against these offloaders, these scam artists, these con men that have pervaded our societies and are keeping us on, under the
in a chokehold.
In a chokehold, yeah. Under the chokehold of the colonial masters. Because the colonial masters, the slave masters, they came with their propaganda and they left us with independence. I mean, gosh, independence and freedom are two different things. We don't have freedom in Africa. We need freedom to exist as human beings and to have an experience and enjoy the human experience. Without freedom, you can't do shit. But this independence of the thing, we need to get rid of it however we can, by whatever means. We free thinkers need to bind together politicians and religious leaders, they are, you know, they have the same coin. They're the same thing. You know, they just wear different outfits and they have their lingua
Oba and Afro, please.
Just one second. Obidon, I have sent you requests. Obidon, I have sent you requests. Come up. You want to sing your God song? Oh yeah, come and sing it.
Afro, please don't no verse. Oba, please don't no verse. I sleep actually on the internet. So before I want to drop, but I want to reply somebody before I drop.
Obidon, I want him to come up. Obidon.
I've been reading comments and somebody say learn with Basil made a comment that is a logical Christian, that is a Christian but is logical. I decide to respond to him. I tell him that you cannot be a Christian and you are logical, because once you apply logic in Christianity, in Bible, it will fall apart. It simply means that you are forcing yourself or assuming things, making yourself feel comfortable with your logic. It's not actually that you are logical, because once you are logical, your religion fall apart. It doesn't matter the religion you are into. Religion doesn't stand logic. Religion doesn't stand common sense. So if you think you are using common sense, you are not, and you're a religious person, you are not yet using it. If you think you are using logic and you're a religious person, you are not yet using it. It doesn't matter the religion you're into. Then he made a statement, you can create, he said you can create balance. I believe that there is spiritual, the thing that I've left. Okay. So what the thing, what he said, I've left. So what I have to tell this man, if you want to be logical, you be logical. You leave religion, because religion doesn't stand logic. I've not seen religion that stand logic. Once you are logical, you understand that. I remember what he said. He believe in miracle. He say he believe in miracle, but he don't believe in testimony. I was reading comment. I was like, this guy, you they think what is different between miracle and testimony? Maybe the same miracle they give you as testimony in where you are. You believe that somebody can walk on water. You believe that Jesus can turn mineral, I be water to mineral. You drink. Are you not the same thing? Where is your logic? If you believe anything, you cannot use logic. Logic is the thinking, that critical thinking we're talking about, is your logic to design, like strike balance between things so that they will make sense. Once it's not making sense, drop it, because it will never make sense.
Tana.
So I have to end it here.
Tana, logical Christian. The logical Christian believes that Sky Daddy impregnated one small girl in the Bible by sending his ghost to land on this small girl. A logical Christian believes that Jonah sat in the belly of the fish for 3 days. A logical Christian believes that the Sky Daddy sent his son down here to come and do what nonsense for 33 years. Very logical indeed. You have to be very logical to be able to believe those nonsense stories in that book. It's crazy.
So I will say good night, please.
All right, Sana, you take care.
Thank you. You are doing a good job.
Thank you for being here. I'll be done. Stop crying and come up. I've already thanked you.
Afro. I wanted to add to that because I wanted to add to that because there's one that's incredibly concerning when you think about it. Because I mean, we talk about it a lot, but Pharaoh, the case of Pharaoh and Moses and all of that. You know, we talk about God had to harden his heart, and that's why he didn't agree sooner, right? But let's actually, this is for the logical Christians, right? Let's look at it. The consequences of God hardening Pharaoh's heart turned into suffering for so many people, right? Turned into unaliving of children. Okay? Like all over. No, come on. Please, if we're logical, let's be logical. That's who your God is. He couldn't find the easier way to say, okay, let me soften Pharaoh's heart. And find another way to show his power. It has to be very, very negative. No, but that's crazy. Let's be logical though, Afro.
So, but Lilliput, when Jesus was sent down to the earth as a baby, after Mary gave birth to the Savior, now the King Herod, heard that, oh, the baby has been born and all these things. You know how many babies were unalive just because Sky Daddy's baby showed up on planet Earth? Lost their babies. Why?
Again, this God is all powerful, right? So he could have done this in a way that didn't have to result in so many people suffering the loss of their child, of their children, their sons at the time, you know.
Only a fool say there is God, but don't know where he is.
A big fool.
Somebody said a fool said there is no God. It's a fool that said there is God, but don't know where he is. Because if you're not a fool, why would you say there is somebody that you don't even know where he is? I'm reading comments of many senseless group of. Let me go.
Can I just come in?
Yes, come on.
All right. So, in an attempt for the human mind to rationalize supernatural encounters and experiences, the concept of God was created. That's my conclusion about the whole jive of God. There is a force that hasn't been discovered yet by science, because I mean, the forces, gravitational force, and the part of I'm not a science student, so I've forgotten all my physics that I learned back in secondary school over 2 decades ago. But what am I trying to say? There are natural experiences that are common to all, and there are supernatural experiences that, you know, defy logic. I mean, how do you explain the concept of the UFO?
Wait, you see, are you talking about supernatural?
Yeah, supernatural. Supernatural meaning.
Do you believe in the supernatural?
Oh yeah, I absolutely do. I'm African.
So no. Being African doesn't mean you have to believe in the supernatural. So what do you mean when you say what do you mean when you say supernatural? What are you talking about?
Okay, so natural experiences are, you know, your day to day, you plan your day, you have this, you have that. But so, you know, there's some supernatural experiences that you have, if of course you have access to spiritual forces, or, you know, spiritual frequencies, forces or frequencies. I use them interchangeably. Take for instance, I'm thinking about something and somebody else is thinking about it simultaneously. It's like there's telepathy. Or I'm thinking about doing something or getting something done, and within minutes I get a call, somebody calls me and starts to talk about that thing I was thinking about. You know, I have had a lot of experiences that defy logic. Personally, you know, I've had take for instance, I've the one that readily comes to mind, I had a voice while I was having a power nap. A voice in my subconscious said, "Get up and go and see Amos." It was my subconscious mind. I didn't plan my natural day-to-day, and Amos was not in my plan for the week or for the month. But while having a power nap, I hear in my subconscious, get up and go and see Amos. And that translated into a multi-million naira contract. It's beyond my natural self, because I never was planning to see Amos. But while having a power nap, my subconscious mind says, guy, get up, go see Amos now. And I go to see Amos and having just regular chit chat. And as I get up to go use the washroom, I run into Amos's CEO on his way out, and just casual talk. One thing led to another. He ended up inviting me to his office, and we ended up, starting a conversation that led to a multi-million naira contract. For me, that's a supernatural experience.
Okay, so
because it wasn't.
So you're saying that this supernatural thing wanted you to have a contract?
Oh no, I was able to tap into my subconscious mind, because there's the conscious mind.
I get that. I get that.
Helps us navigate our day-to-day human experience, but there's also the subconscious mind.
What was the supernatural's intent that day when you?
Oh yeah, so it's
what was the intention?
So the supernatural, the forces, the frequencies that I believe we as humans tap into is it's just energy. And the intention at the time, because I just started my business, I just started my own company, came out of 9 to 5 and started my own company. So my intention was to get contracts, was to get business.
Mm-hmm.
And, all my thought processes was, I had my plans drawn out, my contact lists, I had all that drawn out. But Amos and his boss wasn't even part of what I had naturally, with my conscious mind, penned down.
I understand that. What is the role of the supernatural? Why did they interfere in whatever thing you're doing? You were having a power nap. You were fast asleep. Okay. So why did they interfere? What was
interfering, as it were? It was, so for me, I tapped into that frequency.
The frequency while you're fast asleep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I heard, I can say it's a hunch, because I wasn't awake. So while I was fast asleep, my inner voice said, "Get up, go see Amos."
An inner voice while you're fast asleep. I don't understand that.
Oh yeah.
How is an inner voice talking to you while you're fast asleep?
Oh yeah, come on. You talk to yourself without opening your mouth, don't you?
Yeah, but you're fast asleep.
Oh yeah. So I have a conscious mind and I have a subconscious mind. That's the subconscious mind and the conscious mind are active whether you're awake or whether you're asleep. But you're in control of your conscious mind. But your subconscious mind, you're not in control of.
So if your subconscious mind, subconscious mind is telling you this, how then are you calling it the supernatural? If it is because mind that is helping you get contracts, so how does the supernatural get involved in this now?
Yeah, so it was what's it called? I gave you just one instance. There are several other instances that I could bring up. But what am I trying to say? We human beings, we have the capacity to function above the physical, natural realm. Which is why we can travel out of space into outer space. It's not natural. Otherwise, it will have happened centuries ago, thousands of years ago. It's not a natural experience. But, when somebody comes and says, hey, take for instance, the Wright brothers, maybe they had an epiphany or They had a hunch. I don't know what they had. And they say, oh, guys, we can actually fly and live, levitate above ground. At that time, it was crazy. It wasn't natural for, objects to fly other than birds.
But were they saying it was supernatural? The right brothers.
Oh yeah.
Was
They had a supernatural encounter.
And who? Okay. The thing is, when we start talking supernatural, if you cannot name, if you cannot name it, if you cannot put a description of it, if you cannot identify it, then I mean, how do you then say it's the supernatural that did?
Yeah, it's supernatural because it's not natural.
It is very natural. Extra. No, it's very natural. You're talking about your subconscious. That's very natural. Nothing supernatural about that.
So you have control of your subconscious mind?
No, I don't. But it's very natural.
Oh, you don't you think
because
it's natural?
So because you don't have control of your subconscious, so it makes it supernatural?
Yeah. I mean, it's not natural for me to control my subconscious mind. So it has to be out of the ordinary, out of the natural.
Goodness. Oh God. Okay.
That's the meaning of super. It's extra. It's not ordinary.
Afro, hello. It's been too long.
Hey, Zil.
I just want to tell my brother. I don't know if he thinks it's supernatural that he can breathe.
It's ordinary. It's natural.
That's
everybody
does process.
It becomes super.
It's governed by your
available to every
your ability to breathe. Is not conscious. It's subconscious. If you say breathing is natural, then guess what?
Yeah.
I don't know where your supernatural comes from.
Oh, so can you control not breathing?
Breathe, right? You don't decide.
Oh yeah. So can you decide not to breathe?
I will breathe, but
yeah, you can hold your breath.
Subconscious.
You can
make that conscious choice not to breathe.
You can hold your breath if you want. You can hold your breath for a few minutes
and stay alive and still function.
You can hold
a human being
for a few minutes.
The human experience that is natural.
You can hold your breath for a few minutes. Yes.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, you can breathe forever.
What Mr. Zil is trying to say is that if you cannot control it, then it is supernatural, right?
It's
now,
supernatural.
Is making you understand that you're breathing. You, for the most part, don't even, you're not even aware that you're doing it, right? So when you say that you're breathing, the mechanism that helps you breathe is the supernatural.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Because you don't have control over it. Every human experience that makes you human, you can control.
Come on.
No, for real.
Bro,
what you can control or what you don't have control of,
bro, the fact that
some people do.
I just want the fact that you're speaking in public doesn't compel you to lie about God. I beg.
No, I'm not even talking about God.
He's not a believer in God.
I'm not talking about God.
He's not a believer in God.
And what's the supernatural?
I honestly
my forefathers were Ogbonis.
They were what?
I'm not talking about God. My forefathers, I'm sure, I wasn't there, but I can bet they made human sacrifices.
Oh, come on.
Not supernatural. Unalive. I'm sure they unalived on a regular.
Come on, bro. Come on.
And they had supernatural.
Okay. Who did they sacrifice humans to?
I have no idea.
Then why would you claim that they sacrifice humans?
Myself.
Why do you claim they sacrifice humans when you don't know who they sacrifice humans to?
Oh, I've read about the Ogbonis.
Tell us who they sacrifice humans to. To humans?
I don't know who they sacrifice humans to. I mean, how am I supposed to know?
You're the one making the claim.
Hi, Mr. Zil. So,
my claim is I've had experiences that I cannot explain naturally, and that science can explain as well.
Give us one.
Wait, hang on. I was just gonna say, right, Mr. Oba can know about or could have heard stories about these sacrifices, without getting the full. And I appreciate him saying he doesn't know rather than coming up with some fictitious answer, right? Because you can know only half of a story. But this is nothing to say whether it's real or it's not. It's just half of a story he knows, right?
Right, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
But and still, I would always challenge these people and say, well, those things aren't real, because in the first place, it's just conjecture. I'm sure that my ancestors would sacrifice humans. I wasn't there. I don't know who to, but they did. How did you find that out? I mean, how?
Well, how do you explain people who do hypnosis?
Hypnosis? I've hypnotized myself many times. I still do sometimes. It's just about breathing.
Did you do that? Did you explain?
Pardon?
How do you do that? Did you explain?
Hypnosis is simple. It's all about breathing and concentration. Within a few minutes, you can hypnotize yourself. I mean, you get hypnotized. I mean, people who go to church get hypnotized. Even in some of these things you call rituals, which are just and entertainment things, right? People get hypnotized.
Is that natural?
It is natural.
Okay, explain.
What do you know about hypnosis in the first place?
I know there's a science to it, but
you know the science of hypnosis.
Yeah. I mean, there's supernatural things
that science is supernatural.
Sorry?
The science of hypnosis is supernatural.
Absolutely.
Wow. Which part?
Because it's not a natural phenomenon that every human being can experience.
Okay. Can I ask a question? Could this be that, maybe you can't comprehend it and so you want to ascribe a supernatural claim to it? Because I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, could it be a possibility?
I don't take any offense. Trust me. I don't make shit personal.
No, but he's claiming he knows it already. So I'm wondering.
No, I'm not claiming I know it.
You can point to which part of that, or which part of the science of hypnosis, right, is supernatural. Right. Just point to it, since you claim you know it.
I never claimed to know it.
You are the one who asked me if I know the science of hypnosis.
Yeah, because I believe it's supernatural. It's not natural. It's not natural for someone to stand in front of me and take control of me when I have a mind and a consciousness that functions.
Bro,
it's not natural.
We have minds. We all have minds. We don't. Yeah. We all have consciousness, but this is not supernatural. Just like, I mean, if you can understand how breathing is natural, I don't know why you thinking is not natural.
No, so hypnosis is as natural as breathing?
It is.
Oh, wow.
It is an occurrence. It's something that happens.
Okay. Yeah. Can we put this to Oba to research on this, and if he finds anything else, come back. Yeah, we can talk on the science.
Look into it.
But I have a question, right? So I want to know if there's like a scope, right, for the things that count as supernatural and the things that, because obviously from what you're saying now, it kind of sounds like blurred, like it's blurred a little, when you're talking about things that are done in the subconscious but are natural, but then other things done in the subconscious are also supernatural. I don't know if it's just me.
Yes, but at some point when I noticed that he, well, honestly, I don't think he knows much about hypnosis, right? Because if you know anything about these mental, how can I even call it, mental phenomenon, like even meditation and all these things that people practice out here in the name of spirituality, it all depends on breathing. I mean, I've done meditation before. You can hypnotize yourself. You actually sometimes even subconsciously are hypnotized. It happens. It happens. It's about brain waves. It's simply about brain waves. Oba, are you still there? Do you know anything about brain waves?
I mean, So for me, my understanding of something that is supernatural is an occurrence that is not bound by the laws of nature, or that pretty much science is struggling to give an explanation to.
But
Right.
can you point us to one thing? One thing that you are sure is supernatural. Let's find that, because if not, you might as well say you don't know about the supernatural.
So let me give you this scenario. How about that?
Try. I've been asking.
Yeah. So I lost my father during COVID. So we had a small ceremony for him. But when he was alive, when my father was alive, he hated loud music, right?
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely hated it. I mean, while I was growing up, I'm blasting the speakers. He just comes in and turns off the music. He did that regularly during my growing up period. So we were having a line in state. His coffin, the casket was in the garage, and his body was inside. And I drove into my house with the music blasting in my car, and my engine turned off, and the music turned off simultaneously, instantly. Mind you, when you switch off the ignition of the car, the radio still plays. But driving into my garage, his casket right there with his body lying in it, the music and the engine of the vehicle shut down. I thought I was going crazy. And then during this little ceremony we had for him, we had a small, we had a musician just come and sing for us, right? When I was called, when the musician called me, and I had just two friends, called me to his front. I mean, he had been playing his music for hours. When he called me to stand in front of him and sing, or for him to sing for me as the son of the deceased, his instruments shut down for 30 minutes.
What?
They were scrambling. They were like, what the fuck is happening here?
Was it NEPA?
No. It wasn't. It wasn't. Not at all.
You have to explain.
Exactly. So within the space of 2 days, within the space of 48 hours, I drove into the garage. My car engine shut down with the music, and less than 48 hours later, I was called up to come and dance, and the music shut off. That's a supernatural experience.
No, come on.
Can I quickly say this?
Wow.
Yeah, please go ahead.
When people start making claims like this, it doesn't, it rubs me up the wrong way, because
it's okay.
So you're talking about your father, and I'm sure you loved your father, right?
Absolutely.
Your father didn't like loud
music.
And so now he is dead.
Yeah.
Right? So why on earth do you think your father would be trying to do any of these things? What could be his reason for doing any of this?
So he was alive. He didn't like loud music. His corpse was right there, barely 2 weeks after he died.
Yeah, but he's dead.
And he was still turning off my music.
No, you don't know he was turning off your music. You don't know that.
I mean,
you're assuming.
What did?
You're assuming that he's the one who's doing this.
Not an assumption. If it happened within 48 hours,
you're assuming that
there was no.
You're assuming that a dead man in a casket could hear music and decide he doesn't want to hear it anymore and stop it. I don't know what else.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because what it is I think sometimes we, in a bid to try and make all
is it coincidence?
Supernatural things come true. I don't know. I would rather people respect the dead, right? I mean, your parents, your father, but to say that your father is busy coming back and just very inconsequential things. If your father really wanted to come back and needed to, let you know he was there, I mean, couldn't he do something worthwhile? Couldn't he, I don't know, just do something, not all this stuff. He leaves you, asking, oh, could it be, could it not? It's just, I don't know. It rubs me up the wrong way, honestly.
It's okay. It's okay. It's like I said, that experience is not natural to me.
Yeah, but it's not. You can't say it was your father.
I mean, I don't think science can explain that because my engine was running. I drove for kilometers.
Because science cannot explain it, doesn't mean it was your father.
What you're doing is what believers tend to do with this God, character, God of the gaps, right? So if they feel they can't explain something, it has to be this God, and we all know that that's not a great argument. That's not a great argument basically. But yeah, since you
can I quickly address?
I don't even want to get into this because of
Sorry,
grief. Yeah,
God. Can I
go on after
address this person, the blessed one? Can you please stop? I'm not cursing you, but telling you about your end. If you continue hating him, his word says, can you stop? You're busy telling Lilliput about her end. Do you know how your own end is going to be? Do you know how your own end is going to be? Is this entitlement from these people that believe? In this one's mind now, he thinks that he is secure.
Afro, can you see
something is going to happen to Lilliput? What is wrong with these people?
Can you see how easy how short the trip is for them to go from how dare you question my God to you will suffer, you will end badly. Like it's such a short distance.
Emotional.
No,
yeah,
it's not about being emotional. This person, right?
It's entitlement as well.
Exactly. This person in his mind thinks that because he believes in a sky daddy, so now he is secure, he's okay. But because Lilliput does not believe in the same sky daddy that he believes in, now he has the right to tell her about her end. Ask him if he knows how his own end is going to happen. I bet he doesn't know.
You know what? They're being just like their sky daddy. They are fictitious. They are powerless God. Because in history, he tends to use fear to make people do things that they don't want to do, or to make people see things his way. So Jonah, Pharaoh, the list goes on. Even Paul, right? So it's fear. That's all they know. So that's why they regurgitate it. It just is very silly. If you think that way, stop and ask yourself, why is threat the first thing to think about? Like, why is the threat of doom the first thing to think about? This is very silly.
And also, the last comment, what he says, truth always sounds like hatred, but you would need that God when the time comes. Lilliput, may that God never happen to you. May you never.
It's happened to them since they're so desperate for him.
May you never find yourself in a place where you would need that wicked, evil sky daddy.
I will spit on it. Like whatever gets me to that situation, I wouldn't even consider it. I'm so sorry. Like I'm too air quote logical to think about that God. Please.
What would you?
I rather call for like Spider-Man or something more interesting, please.
So, but why would you need a sky daddy that sacrificed his own child? Had his own child sacrificed to him? I can't trust that kind of character. So now you think that we would one day be in a position where we say, oh, I need that sky daddy. No, I will run from that character. I want absolutely nothing to do with it. Please.
Why are they so scared for all of us? Like, what is? I don't understand. I thought it was a personal race. Why aren't you running your race? Why are you scared for what's going to happen to me down the line? Some imaginary, some make-believe doom. Why don't you focus on your race and your relationship with this God that is supposedly good and kind?
Whatever doom this person is thinking for you or think that you're going to experience, they're going to experience it too.
It's funny, it could even be worse.
Too. Theirs might even be worse. Going by the book, right? You know, we've done this here several times, proving that nobody, according to their ideology, none of them is good. None of them can, make that mark, right? The mark of being righteous. They're all sinners. So none of them can pass with flying colors. Absolutely none. But yet feel very confident in their sinful self. I bet this one was sinning earlier on today. We'll still go on to sin tomorrow, but yet we'll be pointing finger. Do you know your own end? Your end? This. But this one does not know how his own end is going to be. You carry on doing what you're doing.
But they will conveniently remember to tell you, an unbeliever, oh, the Bible says judge not. Okay. Okay, two-faced. Hypocrisy, that's what it is, you guys. You're on here crying and screaming at everybody else. Look at yourself. Look at the mirror.
If a hell exists, the blessed one will be the first one in there.
Ooh, priority ticket.
Yes. If a hell exists, hellfire, the blessed one will be the first one in there. And we can prove this from your book. From that book that you are reading.
I will volunteer as his usher into hell.
Okay. You have to put him there. Yeah?
Protocol that day.
Yeah. And going by your book, people, I don't know what makes you think that we will be the ones in hell and you will be in heaven. What makes you think that? What makes you think that? They say the first shall be the last shall be the first. Not be so. I say, you guys, wait. Judgment day. I don't believe in that nonsense. But if there's a judgment day, watch us atheists bounce into heaven, and you, because you are very, very, very spiteful. You won't looking at us who don't believe and thinking the worst for us. What about the thing you're wishing for us? What about it happens to you? Me, I will laugh at you. Imagine I'm in hellfire, right? And the blessed one, he comes to join me in hellfire. Oh my goodness. Lilliput. Oh, the way I could make a mockery of this person. I think so. After everything, you still landed in hell with us.
After all the effort, something as small as you thinking of telling a lie could send you to the same place as me. The person that's been cursing this your God. Damn, that's harsh. That is harsh. Oh, sorry, Oba. I have a question. Sorry, I have a request for Afro. Afro, do you? I'm pressed by the spirits to talk about this Bible verse. Okay, can you pull up Deuteronomy 13 verse 6?
Really, which spirit is
Yeah.
I need to know. I hope it is.
Guys, hey, don't question it all. Are you not afraid of hell?
No, I hope it's not the same one that impregnated Mary.
No, please. I'm not messing around with that one, please. I'm not ready yet.
Okay. So it's not the spirit that impregnated Mary.
No, it's not that one. It's not that one. But don't question it too much, because you end up in hell.
No, it's okay. I'm not trying to question it. Before you come and impregnate you, really cool.
Please no. Deuteronomy 13 verse 6, because I have a question for the Christians that are allowed in the comments. Okay, but Oba has a question. So like while you're getting it, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do the thing yet to put it on my screen.
I've got it already. 13:6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If your brother, the son of your mother, your son or your daughter, the wife of your bosom, or your friend, who is as your own soul, secretly entices you, saying, let's go and serve other gods, which you have not known, neither you nor your fathers, of the gods of the people which are all around you, near to you or far off from you, from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. You shall not consent to him or listen to him, nor shall your eye pity him, nor shall you spare him or conceal him, but you shall surely unalive him. Your hand shall be the first against him, to put him to unalivement, and afterward the hand of all the people. And you shall stone him with stones until he dies, because he sought to entice you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. So all Israel shall hear and fear, and not again. Yeah. Oh my, that's just pure evil.
Right. I don't even want us to discuss it too much, but if you're Christian and you can explain this to me, or you would like to engage on this scripture we just read, please come up, because I don't want you all to start screaming in the comments, oh, you're twisting it, context. No, just come up. But from what summary, it sounds pretty evil to me. It sounds, I mean, I don't, Afro, how was it?
Oh,
how
God.
did it read?
2 weeks.
Does that sound like a loving God?
Because somebody is trying to tell you about another God. Now you
Yeah.
should unalive them.
Yeah.
Hey, my goodness.
Moses was
Why?
a gangster.
Absolutely.
Moses was a gangster, no doubt, man. The guy was like the head of a cartel or whatever. He was a gangster.
Mr. Zil is right. The passage is talking about your own family member.
Not even friends, not acquaintance.
Let me read. It says what? Deuteronomy 13. Wait. Where did I read?
Yeah, I remember how it started. It spoke about your own family, like your own. Yeah.
It says if your brother, the son of your mother, your own son or your daughter, the wife of your bosom, or your friend, who is as your own soul, secretly entices you, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which you have not known, neither you nor your fathers, or the gods of the people. It says, you shall not consent to him or listen to him, nor shall your eye pity him, nor shall you spare him or conceal him, but you shall surely unalive him. Your hand shall be first against him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. And you shall stone him with no. Come on, my God. This book is evil.
I mean, if you're up here, or rather in the comments, and you're not practicing this verse, I think you're missing out on some essential part of Christianity here, of your religion, because God is the one. These are the words of God. No, it's the Bible. It's inspired by God. So, please, the blessed, come up. Request. You want to explain it? I'm open. I want to hear this. I feel like something is missing in my heart.
We got 2 people on the panel. We got T-Boss, end of, I don't see. End of
the wicked.
Oh, end of the wicked. T-Boss, are you there?
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, T-Boss.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, I just got invited by Opa. My name is Tokumbare.
Hello, T-Boss.
Yeah, I'm just listening. My first time here. I think I've seen your video somewhere before. I can't remember, but I was in the gym when he messaged me that join this live. And Oba is my brother. We grew up together. We've been back in the days in Nigeria. So I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm trying to learn.
Okay.
I don't really have anything to input. If I have anything, I'm gonna, excuse myself to comment.
Okay. All right. Welcome.
Good to meet you guys.
Yes. Hello. End of the wicked. Are you there? End of the wicked.
Yeah. So I actually came up because of the prompt, but I think you guys actually left that whole conversation and we're talking about something totally different.
No, it's okay. I like to talk about anything to bring me back to Jerry Eze. Always gladdens my heart.
I detest him.
You do?
Absolutely.
Same here.
Absolutely.
Same here. Honestly, it's just it's the shouting for me. I just man. That shouting, I don't know how these people do it. I don't No, seriously, in a few years, him and his followers are going to develop a serious mental health issue. You can't go shouting like that for years.
You know, Africa, if I think this thing is just a mental configuration that if you don't shout, the person you're praying to is not listening. Like they will say that if you're going through stuff, if you are praying in English, how will you be praying in English when you're trouble? What does that mean? So if the Bible says that God is not deaf and blah 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 blah, why do you have to bring control about until I shout like door of a downfall catches my hand or somebody hits me something, that kind of shout? So that shout normally because you've been configured, you've been configured that you have to do this, and that configuration have gone from generation to generation. So when you do it quietly, at the back of your mind, even when you get home and you see something not happening, you believe that it's because I didn't shout. Because you've been configured. The damage has gone from generation to generation. You can't understand. See, the damage cannot be explained.
T-Boss, wait. T-Boss, Oba, Lillipod, Mr. Zeal, hello, Soma. You guys, please, hold on. You guys need to hear, this is prayer. Meanwhile, he's two Scrooges next to me. Those ones, they're bouncing up and down the stage with him. They're running from one end to the other end. Just who did us? Who did this thing to us? Who did us like this?
The thing is, even Papa knows very well. We've talked about this thing in length and stuff. My background, normally, you would think someone like God would not be talking about it, but because I've rebirthed myself, my brain has been configured that no, there's some bullshit that is not following me anymore. No. I think some things does not make sense. And if it does not make sense, it's not making sense. This thing cannot stop. Reason being that it's a survival mode for a lot of people. And because there's poverty in the land, everybody will want to come over there. And when you come there, when you take that Holy Communion, trust me, you don't enter. You don't enter. When you take those Holy Communion and when you're under it, you never come and they give you a kind of comfort that something must strike in you from what they say that will create fear in you that as soon as you don't come, you feel like something that are not whatever, all those richest people, they have trouble. They have problem daily. Some people are going through underneath problem that they won't even say out. But that's problem, they don't put it online. They didn't publish it. They don't put it on their status or whatever. But you just go out your day, you have similar problem because you don't know that rich man also have that same problem. You're thinking it's something that is wrong with you or something. And by the time you start
spiritual problem.
dwelling
You
on
see
it,
that spiritual problem.
by the time you start dwelling on it, you start going in your mind that even though you see something that is not even moving, maybe your clothes just fell off the hanger. That's the problem. That's the problem. Because you've continually, by the time you live there, all what you hear is die by fire, people die. There's nothing that even looks very comforting. It's always like fight, war. And every day you tune in, that's what you hear. Saturday, you tune in. Sunday, you go there normally. As soon as you keep going, something you do regularly, you will never see, your brain will never work correctly. That's how you see such people, they will come into project meeting. You can tell from early morning stand-up meeting, you can tell that this one now, we are talking logic here. What have you done about the tax they're giving you? Because you can tell, they just drift from the conversation that's meant to be logical about, you've been given a tax. Okay, have you reached this contractor? What's happening? Blah blah blah. Because that's what they do regularly. You don't tune into religious talk. I think God doesn't talk. What are you talking about? Now, if an African now tackle that person, come on, you're an African, you're a Nigerian, shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. You are sick. This is work. This is business. We're not in church. Wake up. And that thing oh God. It's a cancer that cannot live. It can't live anytime soon. Trust me, it can't. So far there's hunger in the land, so far there's poverty in the land. Some people are catching out every day. I come from a Christian home. My dad was a pastor. My mom is. And I understand this thing. I saw it growing up, and there's a lot of things I don't agree with. But can we talk that time? We can't talk. But now that I've grown up now, I can speak, I understand. I don't even need you to think for me. Now, what they want is use our brain to think. Your brain should be like, condemned. It should just be like, say, you put like extra battery somewhere you're not using. Or why did that brain come into my head? Is to use. Why should I use yours? Why can I? So that thing, it will never leave, because some people, by the time they don't step in church on Sunday, they believe that that week will be rubbish or something will happen to them. Because it's the configuration. That's why they say, no, don't listen to any other people. Listen to me, because they want that thing to continue. By the time you start listening to other people, that people will give you their own doctrine, then you start living the lane. They pass you through. You start living the lane, and you start believing something else from what that pastor has configured, that you have to keep coming. They'll tell you this is series 1, series 2, because you have to be in suspense of, I can't miss this, I can't miss this. What? What about the people that don't even go? Their life is better than yours. Times 100. They don't even go to that whatever series and stuff. Okay, yes, they're still Christian and they pray their own, but they don't come and flourish someone else's business, because that is a business. That is a business that you are helping someone. As soon as everybody turns in John Eze, you don't make money for her. You don't make money for her. Simple. I don't know if it's anybody that sent me that one. Of course, anyway, then nobody they even send me all those kind of things. Anyway. Nobody they send me all that nonsense. So it's not leaving anytime. It's not leaving anytime soon. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I'm telling you, trust me, it's going to get worse. Because the amount of why they are producing pastor.
Why it is getting worse? People are waking up now. People are waking up.
The amount of people waking up is not up to the amount of the people that are not evil.
That's true.
Let me tell you something. What you need to understand that when you are in a sort of an environment where things are not working, even when you wake up today, you will still sleep tomorrow if you are not careful. There's tendency for you to sleep tomorrow, because reality will stay at you. The environment, your father, your mother, your sister, your friend, whatever,
By the time they see that you're really not, if you are not mentally strong and you say, and you are not waiting for money or contract for someone. For example, I'm in UK, I don't need anyone to tell me there's NEPA bringing out lights. I tell them it's my Alexa, switch on the light of the kitchen, blah, blah, blah. I don't even need to switch. Everything is working. Sorry, I didn't find the group. No, Alexa, not you, please. Shut up. So
hilarious.
Alexa, I don't respond. I'm sorry, I don't understand you. Sorry.
I was gonna give you heads up, but yeah, response was quick.
I'm not even close like so. In that
I wish their God answered prayers like Alexa. Respond.
Oh, wow.
You will not get there. You will not see that. What's going on? Because they understand that the more they do that, the more they relax, the more people, because they don't want you to wake up. Because they know that as soon as you wake up, that's why they say, why do people go abroad and their mindset change? And they don't do this, they don't do that. Because why? Most of the problem is caused by government that's not working. So when those people get to abroad, 90% of what they pray for is already done. So why do they have to go and break their head in church anymore? And you are blaming them because you kept those people in captive. There was a time that say, there's no need to travel. You can make it in this country. Most of them cannot say it anymore now because reality is really staring. That hunger is increasing on daily basis. When hunger hits you, I don't know, maybe hunger don't hit any. Hunger don't hit me before. I mean, I understand when hunger hits me. Sometimes it's like 15 years ago for Cyprus, also catch me. When hunger na your mate, you go see food for being, you go see them like precious food. Me, I don't face now. Like so, when that hunger is, even when you wake up and you wake up tomorrow morning and you see somebody else because you are in an environment which is in a failed state. So every majority of people, what you've woken up from, you're doing it, and you are not a mentally strong person, and you still have to go and fetch for contract or job for somebody that you have pulled out of their group of slumber thing. They will not be telling you that, well, that's God the punish you. You don't have any choice to go back. Why? That cannot happen in America, London, because you are going to your work, you get people to your house. Nobody is being so that environment cannot. The amount of waking up will be slow. The ones that wake up will still go back. We can. It's like we live for living in Nigeria. You can't come from abroad and say you want to be practicing sanity. You will have to join the weary group. You have to join the madness for you to make it. You can't be seen in that kind of environment. Your weary has to be. As I go to Nigeria now, dropping out from Winter like this, I don't turn area boy. I have to turn area boy, or else they will check you. If you don't turn that, make your face, check your environment, your face they shine, your brain they do pa. They will work you. It's the same thing as that. So that thing is not easy. Oh my goodness, it's not going down. No, it's not going down anywhere, and people go they pay. Unfortunately, it's not even rich people that are really paying their IMM. It's the ones that are still struggling, believing that by the time they do it, there'll be some multiplication that will come, and their forefathers have done it, great-grandfather have done it. No multiplication. Yeah, no multiplication. They say we'll be paying they'll be paying tax from January 1st or something now. A lot of people are coming, but you've been paying tithe since. When people like that, the freeze and whatever talk about this tithe, I say, hey, but now the tax that should help. When people in UK saying, tax won't finish us, now they don't understand. But now that tax they take carry body for UK. Now they want to introduce it in Nigeria. I'm not saying it's right because I'm not getting into that politics, but any country that is not paying tax, you're not doing this tax reform thing wherever, and you're just only church, you cannot develop. But now, because religion has really hit us well, we are fighting that tax thing.
A lot of people don't understand how this thing really didn't want to do that thing. You be Olosho, you be carpenter, you be anything. So far money enter your account, that 20% is coming out automatically. Some people will cry because they are not used to that. If they remove that kind of money from me now in my Nigerian account, it won't eat me out because I'm used to my tax coming out from my pay before it comes in. But Nigerians are not used to that system. That practice, it will eat them like mad.
Wait, hold on, no.
It will hit hard.
Hold on, Mr. Zeal, are you going to say something?
I was just reading the comment section and I saw a new song. I have decided to be an atheist.
Oh.
Yeah. I have decided to not be stupid.
I have decided.
No turning back. Taser wrote it in the comment section.
Taser.
But I was wondering, is End of the Wicked going to say something? I mean, he said he wanted to talk about the prompt.
I don't know if End of the Wicked is still there. End of the Wicked, are you there? Because if you are not there,
It keeps going up the
yeah,
screen.
go on.
I'm here. I was just waiting for keyboard to finish.
The keyboard to finish. All right, cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm done. Sorry for
It's okay.
So regarding the prompt, it says that Africans pray in 2025.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Is it better?
Go on,
I'm not
speak.
clear. I'm not clear.
Okay, I'll try and raise my voice.
That's better, man.
Better.
The prompt says how Christians pray in 2025, and you put up some pictures of, I don't know.
Jerry.
Is it the same person? So,
yes, same person.
Yeah. The thing is, now when you try to use a Pentecostal pastor or maybe, I don't know if it's non-denominational, I'm not sure. I really don't know much about him. So, well, let's just say it's Pentecostal. When you put up a Pentecostal pastor and you try to use that to represent the whole entity of Christianity as a whole, and say that that's not how all Christians pray. Personally, I also do not believe in that flavor of Christianity and the emotional and expressive manner of worship and prayer, and the prevalent use of speaking in tongues. I am not Pentecostal. I do not believe in that. So that is not how all Christians pray. Pentecostal churches and non-denominational churches, they do pray like that, and some charismatic movements, they do pray like that, they do worship like that, but they do not represent the entirety of Christianity. So
that's not what we're trying to say here. So how Christians pray in 2025? Okay. So how do you pray?
Our mode of prayer is more structured, is more formal. We have something called liturgy, and so it's not this emotional and should I say like personal. There's this form of there's this form of, when it comes to Pentecostal churches, there's this should I say very, they are, should I say very, I'm trying to look for the word to describe it, but it's kind of like there's this personal and very expressive mode of prayer, and it's not like that for my denomination. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand, because what you're doing is you're trying to separate the denominations, but no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm talking about it as a whole. I'm talking about the religion.
When you talk about it as a whole like that,
I'm talking about it as a whole. The reason why I can talk about it as a whole is you pray as well, right? Your own prayers are different. For me, the idea that you have to even pray is a problem. The idea that you have to open your mouth and be begging begging an entity that you're believing is there. You're not sure, right? You wake up every morning, God, I thank you. I don't know how you pray. It's the idea of praying. It's just something that we need to deconstruct. And it's in all of Christianity. The Christianity practiced in Nigeria, in Africa, right? You all pray to a God. And I don't know. If that God does not exist, who are you praying to? If that God does not exist, who are you praying to?
Now you made an assumption there that is unsubstantiated. You're saying that we are praying to a God that does not exist, and you went further to ask that if that God does not exist, what are we praying to? We Christians have a conviction that our God is real, and we can communicate with Him. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand. So you've got a conviction that your God is real and you can communicate with Him.
Yes.
So where is this God that you talk about? I mean, what I'm trying to figure out is, so for me to have a conversation or to communicate, like with Lilypod now, right? I've got Lilypod's number. Lilypod has my number, right? And we communicate through, the phone, right? We send each other pictures, and we have a really good. So this thing you're communicating with, does it communicate back? Does it communicate with you?
Yes.
How does it communicate with you?
Now, when it comes to communication, of course it involves two people, or it involves two entities or two parties. Now, when we express ourselves to God, when we try to communicate to God, we do that through prayer. Do you understand? That's the primary instrument of communicating with God. Now, when it now comes to God communicating to us back, it can manifest in different ways. Now, for example, it can manifest in one action, or should I say is intervention, is intervening in something. For example, when you petition God and you ask Him for something, and He doing that thing, or He intervening in that situation, that is Him communicating to you that He has done this. It can also be it can also manifest in should I say you can also communicate directly, and this is not necessarily Him speaking words into your ear, but for example, through, let's say, dreams, God can reveal things through dreams, through vision. So, for example, we have figures in the Bible who receive prophecies, they receive vision, and we know that this vision and these prophecies were from God. Do you understand? So there's not just one clear-cut way God communicates with us.
All right, let's talk about Him revealing things through dreams. Let's talk about that. So you're saying that you are communicating with this God. You're speaking to it, right? You're using your vocal cords to speak to this God. But then the God wants to respond. He waits for you to go to sleep. Then He sneaks into your dream, right? To I don't know, cause you to have a dream, and then use your dream to try and speak to you. And as soon as you've had that dream, He runs out of your I mean, why will a God choose a time when you are fast asleep to speak to you.
Do you have a problem with it? I noticed that when you were giving,
I do. I do. I have a problem with it. And the problem I have with it is that is disrespectful. You are trying to catch some sleep. And for me, if someone is fast asleep, they definitely need that sleep. They need to rest. The body needs to rest. And so why will a God choose that time that you are supposed to be resting to come and be speaking nonsense, right? Why can't he tell you this thing while you are awake and alert? And it's a violation of your free will if he comes in your dream uninvited. That's a violation of your free will. So yes, I have a problem with it.
You mentioned a lot of things. You mentioned disrespect, violation of free will,
yes.
And I can't remember the third thing. Now let's start from the top. I actually want to even address something. When you were giving your analogy about communication, and you mentioned, I think somebody on the panel that you communicate with, I noticed that you did not give an analogy of an entity other than human. Is it only human beings you can communicate with?
Yes.
I mean,
What else?
I communicate with animals too. I mean, I can talk to my parrot.
Hold on.
So
I wasn't even talking to you. Just hold on. You know, she was the one that made the analogy. So let her answer. So if you want to comment, you can comment, of course. But like, I'm asking a question. So let her answer.
So just as Lilliput said, right? You can communicate with animals.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would an animal respond to you the way you have communicated with it?
Well, it depends on the animal. Some animals, they like some birds. Why I love birds, right? You speak, they speak back. With dogs, the way dogs will love on you, honestly, dogs, they just have a way of showing you love. Cats, the same. I'm not a cat person, but yeah, there's some animals that they can communicate with you, to you, with you, to you, with you, to you. I don't know.
Now, they don't speak back to you, right?
No, but they can communicate.
So they choose to communicate back in the way they see fit, or in the way.
But they can communicate with you.
I'm not disagreeing. My point is that they do not communicate with you the way you are communicating with them.
They don't have the ability to.
Regardless, you are speaking to them and they are not speaking back to you.
So how does this relate to God?
Exactly. So my point is that when you speak to God, you do not expect God to also speak back to you. He can, but it is not.
So which one is your God, a cat or a dog? Because that's what we're likening your God to now.
Exactly.
But why would you speak to your God? Why would you speak to him when you know he will not respond to you? Why would you then bothering to speak to it when the thing no go answer you back? It's pointless. Then don't speak to it.
I like how he completely disregarded when you said birds like a parrot can speak back to you, but go off, make your point on cats and dogs because your God is one of them.
Parrots don't, I don't know, parrots don't speak back to you. They can mimic what you said, but they are not communicating. They are not.
Sir, I beg you to check the internet, okay? Because I'm not even going to try to prove it to you. I beg you to check the internet, okay?
You don't understand what a parrot is doing when they try to mimic you. He's not responding to what you said. He's only trying to repeat what you said. That's not communication.
Oh no! End of the weekend again.
But
go online.
Lilliput.
Now.
Yeah.
Lilliput.
And I repeat what you said.
Does communication only have to be verbal?
No, so that's what he's trying to hinge this on, right? That God cannot be verbal because animals can't be verbal to you. But I'm putting it to you and end of the wicked. Listen,
Lilliput.
go on the internet.
Lilliput.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Lilliput, so your bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does your bird communicate with you? Right? Of course, your bird cannot. You and the bird cannot speak. But does your bird communicate with you?
Mm-hmm. So funny thing, I had a family parrot, an older one that used to like use actual words because it was old enough, right? And it was a bigger parrot. This one is still a baby, but still can communicate. But if he's going verbal, if he's talking about verbal communication, heck yeah, birds do that.
Oh my God. Now let me make something clear to you.
Again, you can go to the internet, but don't try lecture me.
Hold
on birds.
Just hold on. When we are talking about communication, it involves two parties, right?
God damn it.
Yes. Now, each party must understand what the other party is trying to communicate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you speak to a bird, when you say something to a bird, does he understand that thing you've told it?
Communication doesn't have to be words. It doesn't have to be vocal. Communication doesn't have to be vocal. You can understand people. What about people? What about people that are deaf, mute, and deaf? We can still communicate with them.
The conversation here is about speaking birds. That's the conversation here.
No, the conversation is about God. You communicating
It's
with
about
God.
God's communication because this guy has just derailed everything. You were trying to tell us God can communicate, and then you asked us what else.
I've said what I want to say about that. She just chose not to, or she's just trying to
No. You're trying to liken your God now to an animal because so far, you
don't understand. Then you don't understand what analogies are. I'm not trying to liken my God to an animal.
So go back and explain your God's communication to us. You said he speaks in dreams. The question was, why does he have to wait for you to sleep before he comes and answer a prayer that you were making on your feet, on your knees, shouting, screaming, crying?
Afro, me, I even thought End of the Wicked was going to address the Deuteronomy something that you read earlier.
When you say that, why does God choose to do anything? You are forgetting that God has agency and he can choose to do whatever he wants to do. So you actually said something about free will, that when God comes to your dream or he's trying to communicate with you through dream, is infringing upon your free will. You don't understand what free will means. Free will is the ability to make choices. So God is not infringing on your free will when it comes to your dream.
That's not free will. That's not free will.
Oh my God. Okay,
making choices is not free will.
Oh my God. Okay.
Making choices is not free will.
Okay. Oh yeah. I concede. What is free will?
Don't be so emotional. End of the wicked. Just take a breath. Okay, take a breath. Let her go to Google if she wants to.
I don't getting emotional.
No need. Come on, you're crying now. It's okay. It's okay. That's right. Try and laugh a bit so that you feel better.
You don't have to say anything.
It's End of the wicked. It's okay. Take a moment. Okay, now look at the screen.
Then mute.
Look at the screen.
I'm mute.
Okay.
Oh, I hit the wrong mute button.
Free will is the concept that individuals can make their own choices and decisions independent of external factors or prior causes and are therefore responsible for their actions. So
I'm
it is
sorry.
the ability
How is
to
that different
choose.
from what I said? How is that different from what I said?
But you stopped at making choices.
Wait, hold on.
You stopped at making choices. But apart from making choices, those choices have to be independent of any external factors or prior causes. These are the things that you did not add to your definition.
Okay. Now you said I was wrong. Are you still saying I'm wrong?
Yes.
Because what you said is I'm wrong. I'm still wrong.
Yes.
When I said that free will is the ability to make choices.
Yes.
So free will is not the ability to make choices.
But then it's more than just making choices.
So am I wrong? That's
Yes.
the question.
Yes, you are wrong.
Oh my God.
Yes, you are wrong.
End of the wicked, she said before she read it here. You stopped halfway, right? So if you stop halfway with definition, then you are wrong.
I'm exhausted.
Call him some more, maybe he'll come to your rescue. I'm so sorry.
So free will, the power of acting without the constraint of necessity or fate. The ability to act at one's own discretion. So, when we talk about making choices, then what?
Now, okay, let's go with your definition now. Fine. Now, how does God coming to you in your dream affect your free will? I'm conceding. I actually agree with your definition. So let's move on to how God infringe upon your free will by coming to you in the dream.
So, number one, no consent. You have not consented to a God invading your sleep, invading your space or your sleep state, right? So that's number one. No consent.
Okay.
Number two, this is your moment to rest. But the God says, no, I don't want you to rest. I need to speak to you. I need to give you this message or whatever, right? So this is an external force being introduced into whatever it is that you're doing in that moment. So your will is to sleep. You are exercising your will to sleep. But then the God comes along and says, no, I want to give you messages. So that's him invading your will.
Okay, I get your point. Now, how does that affect your ability to make a choice?
Can I come in 1 minute?
Let's just finish. Let's just finish.
Yes. So your choice is to sleep. You chose. Wait now. You chose to sleep. You've made your choice. But the God says, no, I'm not going to recognize your choice. I'm going to come and tamper with whatever choice that you have made by giving you this so-called message or dream or whatever this thing is that he's trying to do, right? He's not respecting your choice to sleep.
Now, first things first, what dreams are an integral part of the human experience. Humans dream while they sleep.
Not all people, not all humans dream.
Of course, but humans dream.
Not all humans dream.
Of course, but humans dream while they sleep. is not an incorrect statement. I agree with you that not all humans, but humans dream while they sleep.
So why will a God choose when you're asleep to speak? Why can he not speak to you when you are awake and alert?
You can't see, regardless of if you are awake or not. When somebody,
that is not my question. My question is, why can he not speak to you when you are awake and alert?
I said that God can communicate in various ways.
So why
dream is just one of the ways I actually mentioned.
Can you please answer the question, please? Why will a God who can speak to you when you're awake and alert, why will he go in your dreams?
God can communicate with you while you are awake. He can also communicate with you while you are sleeping.
Please answer the question. Why does he choose when you're fast asleep to speak to you?
Why do you think I would have an answer to a question like that? I cannot answer. If I leave this life and somebody asks me why did Afro atheists choose to come to life, I cannot choose to start a TikTok live. I cannot answer. You have agency. You can think. You have a mind. I don't know what is going through your mind. I don't know what your motivations are. So you cannot expect me to speak for God. I cannot speak for you. I cannot speak for God.
Why can't you ask your God these questions? Why can't you ask your God these questions? Is what I don't understand. Why can you people never? What is it with you and this your God that
it's an irrelevant question to me?
You just think that this God can come and go as he. Let me speak, please. Your God can come and go as he pleases. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, right? No, you can't even challenge or ask God. So is it possible, right? Instead of you coming in my dream next time, God, can you come to? You understand? If you guys have a relationship,
if you're talking about me,
let me speak now. Let me speak. If you guys say you have a relationship with this God, you speak to it all the time. While you are speaking to it, it can also respond. It's what I don't understand. You are speaking to it, you're vocal, even to the extent some of you even speak in gibberish, right? To speak to this God. You open your mouth to speak to it. The God can respond to you in that moment when you're opening your mouth to speak to it. But no, he won't respond. He'll just let you carry on and then, decide, okay, I will now respond when they're fast asleep. And then now I'm asking, why does he choose to do that? We can't even answer because, well, he's got agency. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Because maybe they need to learn more about the mind. Afro, can I just say one comment a little bit?
Please,
1 minute. The visual cortex located in the occipital lobe in the brain actually is responsible for all visual imaging and mapping the retinoid and we dreams has been debunked scientifically. Now let me say that it's nothing like if you understand how the mind operates. The visual cortex actually stores billions of images in your brain, and those images play back to you when your body is at rest. And when your neurons begin to refuse together and reorganize in your rejuvenating themselves, over when your body is at rest, playing back all those billions and billions and billions of images, that's what gives you dreams. And because you are in the center of those images, this database system of images, you feel as if your God is speaking to you. God is speaking nothing to you. Anytime, if immediately you are born into this world, your eyes chance on so many things, and your the visual cortex picks all these images. Even if you watch a movie, those images are stored in your visual cortex. You look at the tree, you look at the picture, you look at even your Jesus image that you see in that fake Jesus image in your churches every day is stored in your visual cortex. And, so all those, images, billions and billions of images are stored. And that's what, when your body is at rest, it's, the neurons refuse back all those images and gives you dreams. And extensive research has gone into the study of dreams and all that scientifically. So when I hear people who know nothing about how these things are, they want to be so fixated on God told me this, God told me that, God is speaking to me this and that. It's just ludicrous to some of us. Ludicrous, so we should better go and do a little bit of mental health and do some how the human body and the human brain functions and learn scientifically about these things, instead of every day we are wasting our time fixated on all this what is dreams. Please, let's be serious. So that's my 2 cents to that.
Question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Firstly, are you an authority in neuroscience?
Yes, I'm a medical doctor, specialized in neuroscience.
Okay. So how exactly does dream work?
I just told you dreams doesn't work. Forget about that nonsense.
Okay. What?
Let me explain to you. Hold on a second. You asked a question. Can you calm down? Let me explain to you.
You answer the question. Let me rephrase. Listen, just let me rephrase.
Let me go deep and you will understand.
Don't worry. I'm the one asking the questions here.
Do you want to have a conversation or you just want
to? Okay, don't then forget it. I'm the one asking the question. You don't tell me what to ask. You don't try to answer questions I've not asked.
Wow.
You don't want to have a question.
No need to be so emotional. Please just calm down. You guys can have this conversation. Come on. One at a time. Let him answer your question. You asked the question.
Okay. All right. I don't know exactly what I've explained to you into detail how the mind functions, and you need to understand that the mind or the brain secretes helps the body to. It's like an engine that actually govern the body system, and every day is balancing in terms of enzymes, in terms of lipids, in terms of organizing the body to be able to function effectively on a daily basis. So you need to understand that when the body is behaving in certain ways, there's always a reason to that. You don't just draw inference into activities of the human body when you don't have factual evidence. We in the medical field, we conduct research. Medicine doesn't even claim to be absolute. We look at the facts. We look at based on diagnosis. Based on lab, lab tests. We look at the facts before we make, conclusions when it comes to anything that is related to the body. So you don't just come here and then you be saying all these wild claims that God speaks through dreams. What are the facts? How can we measure that? How can we test that? You know, do you know even that the mind alone, when your estrogen level or your cortisol level is at at its some levels? Do you know how the mind even behaves in some ways? Do you know how the body functions to some regard? You just hear him making wild claims that God speaks. What are the evidence? Give us can we test beyond reasonable doubt? So if you don't have no factual evidence for us to be able to measure, don't come and make all these claims. This is just religious fanatics, philosophical claims that you religious people make without no factual basis. It's ludicrous. Thank you.
Okay, hello. Can I say something? I greet everyone. Hello, host, are you there?
Hello.
My name is Chekube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Chex. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Actually, I listened to what our brother, the doctor, said. I wanted to say that earlier. I'm not a doctor. I'm an engineer anyway. So, well, we are all scientists. We all believe in facts. We all believe in reality. So I heard when the host was telling end of what? Or is the end of the wicked? Oh, okay. So I heard when the host was telling her that free will is not only concerns with your ability to decide, to take decision. There are other things attached to it. So meaning that when you attach dream to your godly belief as a Christian, that means it's an infringement of your free will. Just like she said, your will is to sleep. That's if you should attach it to God. But doctor has made it clear to you that it has nothing to do with God. But even if we are to listen to you on that godly aspect as a Christian, it's an infringement of your will, your free will. You understand? When I heard it on the background, I said I have to come up at least to give my own take on it. So I think a doctor has explained it all in terms of how it is, the reality. Okay, in terms of medical aspect of it, and also the how it relates to our life. So these are just a few things that I just want to add to it. Thank you.
Thank you for your submission, Chex. Are you a believer? Chex. Oh, Afro, the prompt has gone off.